Now, we proudly present Berwick Bulldogs football on Pop Radio. Brought to you by
Mason's Monogramming, Overhead Door of Berwick, Mayo Funeral Home, State Farm, Sean Black and Lori Powell, First Keystone Bank, Red's Roofing, Neighbor Fence Company, Wolfie's Automotive, ND Accounting and Consulting, J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick, Master Tech Automotive Services, Eco First Logistics, Ken Pollock, Journey Bank, Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg, Alexander GMC of Hazelton, Papa Lou's Place, The Compression Shop, Cardinal Estate Planning, Chapin Oil, and Mark Nespoli of eXp Realty.
Now live from the stadium. Here's Jim Doyle and Andy Ulickney.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight from Hanover Memorial Stadium, it's the Bulldogs against the Hawkeyes of Hanover area. I am Jim Doyle along with Andy Ulickney, and we're joined by Chris Algard. The producer of this broadcast is Ashlyn Walshaw. Well, the last time a Berwick High School football team started a season with 5 straight wins was back in 2019. The 2025 Bulldogs have a chance to match that record with a win tonight. They come in 4-0, wins over Lake Lehman, Mid-Valley, Lackawanna Trail, and Hazelton area, and doing it in convincing fashion. 36.7 points a game offensively, giving up just 6.2 on the defensive side. Their opponents, Hanover area, feeling pretty good about themselves right now. They lost their first 2 games of the season, but very competitive games to 2 teams that have combined 7-1 record, Marion Catholic and Riverside. And then they rolled over Holy Cross and Old Forge the last 2 weeks, 47-0 and 40-0. This is a young team, but an experienced team. Last year when they came to Crispin Field, they had a lot of 9th graders in that starting lineup. So those people obviously are back, hoping to pull off what most people would be considering an upset here tonight. Berwick tried to not overlook Hanover area. They do have Wyoming area at Crispin Field next Friday in what could be the game of the year as far as the regular season is concerned. But first things first, they're going against a Hanover team that has some talent, and Berwick will try to make it 2 in a row over the Hawkeyes. In fact, last year, Berwick won handily 48-6 at Crispin Field. That was the first meeting between these two schools since 1949. Beautiful night for football, maybe a little warm for the players at least to start. Berwick playing on natural grass for the first time this season as they take on the Hawkeyes of Hanover area. Andy Ulickney with us for Bulldogs football. And Andy, as soon as this game's over, if Berwick wins, they can start thinking Wyoming area, and I'm sure they will. But knowing what we know about Hanover area, the way the season's going, and they have a first-year head coach who is filled with enthusiasm, the Bulldogs had better not look to Wyoming area until this game's over.
No, you take it one at a time, Jim. That's always what you say. And while it's a young team, it's a young/experienced team. You have the Richardson triplets played as freshmen. Their dad's coaching. They're very talented. You mentioned all the different brothers that are playing for this squad. And while they're young, they're people with experience, and they're coming off 2 very good wins. 47-0 against Holy Cross, 40-0 over Old Forge. So they have some momentum. They know what they're doing, and they're going to enjoy the challenge of taking on a Berwick team that, you said it could be the trap game, but I don't think the coaches are allowing for Berwick to look ahead.
If Hanover area can give Logan Richardson, their sophomore quarterback, time to throw, they have a chance at this game. 767 yards is impressive through 4 games of the season. But as we saw last week at Hazelton area, Berwick doesn't allow the quarterback to have time. 6 sacks in that game, 5 different players. If that's the case tonight, then Hanover area is going to be up against it.
Yeah, Logan Richardson has some nice passing numbers. He has a fine receiver in Deacon Eisenbach with 292 yards on 16 catches and 2 touchdowns. But it's a quarterback who's thrown a lot of interceptions, Jim. 8 interceptions on the season. That's a high number. So if Berwick's coming with the pressure and this younger but experienced quarterback is heaving it out there, Berwick has the chance. I don't believe they have an interception on the season.
So then
those numbers can go up.
Natural grass for the first time for the Bulldogs this season.
Yeah.
Big deal, little deal, no deal at all.
Now, to me, it's a big deal, especially against a team that's been playing on natural grass. But Berwick practiced all week on the practice field behind the home bleachers. They got a feel for it. It's funny, I went out and walked the field, and all of a sudden I'm snagging my feet. You're not used to walking in grass that's a little bit higher. Things will seem a little slower. It's also a field that has to have a crown because it has to have the drainage. So it's going to have a different feel, but I think the players will acclimate to that. And, the talent will still show itself.
Andy will be by later with the keys to tonight's game. When we return, we'll hear from Hanover area's first-year head coach, Eric Richardson. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding. Specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.50% APY annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with the First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn APY is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
High school football's regular season reaching the halfway mark with games this weekend. Weekend number 5 here at Hanover Township. It's the Bulldogs against the Hawkeyes of Hanover area. As we mentioned earlier, Hanover area enters tonight's game on a 2-game winning streak. On offense, they're scoring over 35 points a game. On defense, they're creating lots of turnovers. There's a lot to like about this team right now, but here's what first-year head coach Eric Richardson likes the most about his Hawkeyes.
I'd say what I'm most impressed with and what I'm most happy with is the way we fight. How we started the season facing 2 opponents that were talented, well-coached, big and fast, and we're a young team. I only start 3 seniors on offense, 3 on defense. I start a couple freshmen. We're a young team making young team mistakes, but we fight. We fight like dogs. And that's what I'm proud of with these kids. It's what we talk about a lot. I don't know what that scoreboard is going to say on Friday night, but I will say that we're going to fight like dogs.
One of your triplets is your son Logan, who had some pretty good numbers as a 9th grade quarterback last year. His numbers are even better this year. I talked to you in the summer, and you felt that he would take another step. What is that step? Where is he now compared to last year?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see it as he's on the field. I mean, the game has slowed down for him. He has some skills around him, no doubt about it. He has a lot of guys that help. We talk about him being like a point guard and get the ball out to his playmakers. One thing that we are strong on is our skills are pretty strong. We're still working on that, getting those hogs, that front line up and running. But he has set his feet into throws now. His mechanics got a little bit better. Again, game slowed down to him. I'm calling a lot of plays that we called last year. So that's familiarization for him. And again, he has some help. The line is giving him the time to throw, and his receivers are making the catches, and everyone's doing their job. When everyone does their job, there will be success.
Berwick's off to a great start this season, their best since 2019, and most of their offensive centers around their running back, Ty Wilkerson. You have to be able to at least contain him to be competitive with Berwick. What will you tell your defenders about dealing with him?
dealing with him and the whole team. Yes, this is one of the better teams I've scouted and seen on film in a long time. They're big, they're fast, and they're strong. They do everything right. You can tell they're well coached. And then you got a stud like that, and Wilkinson getting the ball and hitting that outside and getting that speed on you. If you give him too much space, he's going to take it to the house. He's gonna burn you fast. So we got to contain. We got to stay within reason. We got to stay on his back hip, but we got to tackle. We got to tackle well. We got to wrap. We talk about the triple H, the 3 H's. You head up, hit low, and hold on. If we don't do that with him, he's gonna run all over the place.
Hanover area's first-year head coach Eric Richardson, a Hanover area grad, 1997. He's the 20th head coach in school history. He played on the 1996 district title team, was an assistant on the 2005 district title team. This is a program that hasn't had a winning season since 2014, but there's some history with this program. They won a state title in 1990. They were a state runner-up in 1991. And, of course, Richardson played on those district championship teams, was an assistant on another district championship team. So he's trying to bring them back. They're a young team, but they're an experienced team, and hoping to give the Bulldogs all they want here tonight. Hanover area against Berwick. We'll check the starting lineups when we return. You're listening to Bulldogs football and Pop Radio.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit at Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
When the weather turns cold, you need reliability to keep your home and family warm. Chapin Oil in Nescapec has been the local choice for reliable home heating oil delivery and maintaining the tried and true service you've come to know only at Chapin Oil. Stay warm, stay local, and stay with the name you can trust. Chapin Oil, Nescapec. Call today to set up your delivery. Chapin Oil proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
Are your appliances feeling a little bit outdated? You're looking for the best deals in town? Well, look no further than Flick Brothers Electric, your go-to family-owned appliance paradise. Flick Brothers Electric has all the top-notch name-brand appliances you could ever dream of. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, microwave stoves. They even give free estimates on Fujitsu ductless air conditioner heat pump units. Flick Brothers Electric on Maple Lane, keeping Bloomsburg cool, clean, and cooking for over 65 years. Call them at 570-784-3444.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
First time Berwick played a Hanover team was back in 1949. The series is actually tied, 4 wins each in a tie, 10th meeting, but last year was that first year since 1949. Hawkeyes in Division II of the Wyoming Valley Conference in District 2 3A. Same as Berwick. This will be a regular meeting, but the first one ever for this Berwick team in this stadium. It's actually the 101st season, but last year they weren't able to play in this stadium. So it's the 100th year of Hanover area football here. But last year there was the discovery of lead-containing dust from the Bleachers Project and got into an air vent to a storage room and locker room facility. So they had no home games at all last year. So enough of a handicap playing with mostly 9th graders and sophomores, but to not have a home field, that's really, really tough. But they managed to win a couple of games. They've already got 2 wins on this young season coming into this one tonight. Here's the starting lineup offensively for Berwick. The tight end, number 9, Gabe Decker. He is a 6'3", 200-pound sophomore. When they go double tights, we'll see number 26, Skylar Neville, a 6', 185-pound senior. The left tackle is number 56, J.J. Leonard. 6 foot,
Good evening, everyone, and
265,
welcome to the Hanover
senior.
Nights between the Berwick
left
Bulldogs and
guard
your very own Hanover area
is number
Hawkeyes.
70,
On behalf of both
Davin
teams, we appreciate your
Geiger.
attendance and encourage you to enjoy
He
this
is a
event.
5'11",
However,
275-pound
we also want to remind
senior.
everyone about the importance of
The starting
sportsmanship.
center is number
This is
77,
a
Nico
principal in
Lonzinski.
athletics according
6'1",
to
280, a
NCAA.
junior. Matt Gordner starts at right guard for Berwick, 6 foot, 275, a senior. And Mike Perry is the starting right tackle, number 72, 5'10", 225, a junior. This is an excellent offensive front for Berwick. Tackle to tackle, they average 264 pounds a man. Now, there are some great skill people for Hanover area. If there is, going into this game, a huge edge for Berwick, it would appear to be on the lines. At a wide receiver position, and suddenly becoming a big play wide receiver for the Bulldogs, is number 13, senior speedster Alex Estrella, 5'11", 175 pounds. 3 catches on the season for 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. The quarterback is number 10, Brady Cleaver, 5'10", 170-pound freshman. Hasn't thrown much, just 13 passes in 4 games, 4 completions for Brady, 54 yards and a touchdown. But he is a terrific runner. In fact, he's carried 18 times for 185 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's averaging over 10 yards a carry. The leading rusher is number 5, Ty Wilkerson, 6'2", 205, a senior. Last year, when Berwick played Hanover area at Crispin Field, it was really the breakout game for Ty Wilkerson. Prior to that game, he had been used sparingly, mostly as a wide receiver. In fact, he had 5 carries and 15 yards total in the 4 games before Hanover area came to town. But in that game, he had 165 yards and 3 touchdowns. It looks like a big game, but in retrospect, very modest game compared to the rest of the career of Ty Wilkerson, the 6'2", 205-pound senior. He has 882 yards rushing in just 4 games, 12 touchdowns. He's averaging 10.5 yards a carry. At the fullback spot, number 99, Everett Snyder, 5'11", 220-pound senior. Carried 3 times for 24 yards. He is a terrific blocking fullback. And another wide receiver in addition to Alex Estrella, number 22, Caleb May, 5'9", 165, a senior. The starting lineup offensively for the Bulldogs under C.J. Curry in his second season as head coach, they are averaging 36.7 points a game, 339 rushing yards a game, just 21 passing for a total of 360. They are +2 in the turnover department. For the Hawkeyes of Hanover area, Aiden Safri is the tight end, number 89, 6'1", 190 pounds, a senior, 3 catches on the season for 43 yards. John Bohm is the left tackle. He wears number 74, 6'3", 245, a sophomore. Jackson Yancey starts at left guard. He wears number 70. He's 5'10", 230, a junior. Matt Curry, number 56, is the starting center, 6'1", 240, a senior. Will Richards starts at right guard, 5'9", 195, a sophomore. And Al-Amin Kashinro is the starting right tackle. He wears number 68. He is 6'3", 230 pounds, a senior. They have 2 terrific wide receivers. One is Deacon Eisenbach. He's 5'10", 170 pounds, a junior. 16 catches for 292 yards and a couple of touchdowns. We'll also see one of the triplets, Connor Richardson, number 3, 6'1", 175, a sophomore, 11 receptions for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. The quarterback is Logan Richardson, 6 foot, 175, a sophomore, has completed 53% of his passes for 767 yards, 6 touchdowns. He has been intercepted 8 times. Last season, he set a freshman record as a quarterback, over 1,000 yards passing and 8 touchdowns. So just a sophomore, just 4 games into his sophomore season, but with a lot of experience. The leading rusher on this team is Dwayne Downey. He wears number 4. He is a 5'6", 155-pound junior. He's averaging 7.6 yards a carry on 48 attempts and 5 touchdowns. They'll also throw to him 3 catches, 2 of them for touchdowns. The fullback, another one of the triplets, number 32, Brody Richardson. 5'11", 190, a sophomore, 9 carries for 43 yards and 1 touchdown. That is the starting lineup offensively for the Hawkeyes under Eric Richardson in his first season as head coach. They come in with a record of 2-2. That offense averaging 35.5 points a game. The Hawkeyes against the Bulldogs. Keys to tonight's game. Andy Lickney.
Well, for Berwick offense, Jim, I think keep it going. You know, they might have had some passing, but the rushing game has been phenomenal. 366 yards a game as they run the football. Passing just 23.7, but they haven't needed to pass. So it's a question of when you get that game going. Of course, Ty Wilkerson is the key in that running game. He averages 220 yards a game. He had 290 last week against Hazleton. It seems unstoppable. And, you know, you go with what's working and how you win the game. The easiest way is so you do run the ball. But they do want to add in a little bit more to the run. Gavin Galushan, quarterback Brady Cleaver certainly can vary that offense. But they'd like to vary it a little bit more by balancing the pass on in there. Now, they have a good arm quarterback in Brady Cleaver. We've seen the arm. They have excellent receivers in Wilkerson and Shiloh Escobar, Alex Estrella, Caleb May. Can't forget about tight end Gabe Decker and what he's done last year. So they have the tools, but will they work it in? You know, as a coach, I understand your first focus is winning the game, and you go with your strength, and that's running. So how and when do you work the pass in? C.J. Curry has to kind of figure that out. And in fact, if you need a weapon on a big down, you might be more inclined to run the quarterback, Brady Cleaver, rather than have him throw. But I do think they want to start working it in. You're at the halfway point of the season. You might start working it in somewhat in this game against Hanover area. Their D is solid. They're coming off 2 straight shutouts games. They have talent at all levels. They have a Curry and a Kashiro as defensive ends who are stud players. They have brother pairs and Richardsons and Cruzes at the linebacker level. They're solid. And they have a nice secondary, which has a lot of interceptions, but they're small and they're young. In fact, 4 of the interceptions were run back for touchdowns, and all 4 run back by freshmen in the secondary. But they are rather tiny back there. Will they hold up to Berwick's speed and some of the size that the receivers do present? We'll see. Flip it over, Hanover offense, a little more mix with the run and the pass. There are brothers again in the Downies, Dwayne and Dowin. They lead the way in the running game. They're behind the more bit of a smallish line relative to the lines Berwick's faced in the previous 4 games. This line goes 228 pounds a man. Berwick's going to try to overpower that with their superior size. The challenge will probably come in stopping in the pass. They throw for just under 200 yards a game. Logan Richardson, he throws the long ball very well and impresses Coach C.J. Curry to the point he's made a few comments on it in your pregame show. But he also has confidence in his secondary. Cleaver and May at the cornerbacks are strong. Wilkerson and Alex Estrella, who kind of calls those defenses, are good at safety. They haven't been challenged yet, but they haven't seen teams that have thrown as much as this team probably will throw. I don't think Hanover is going to be seeing the type of pressure in its previous 4 games that Berwick can apply. Berwick can really come at the quarterback out of its base, expect a lot of the same, a lot of sacks, a lot of hurries. In fact, Berwick had 6 sacks against Hazleton alone. That's going to put pressure on the sophomore quarterback. How will he handle that pressure? Will it lead to interceptions? Well, so far on the season, Logan Richardson, the quarterback, has thrown 8 interceptions, and I doubt he's faced the pressure that Berwick's going to put on him. Will he throw interceptions? Will Berwick make interceptions? So far this year, they have none. But again, teams haven't thrown that much. Berwick D wants to up that. They want to get some interceptions. So I think they're looking forward to seeing a quarterback who's willing to try to pass against them, Jim.
Andy, I have no inside information on this, but I just wonder whether Berwick maybe throws more passes in this game than they have previously. It's hard to believe that they're going to run for 339 yards, which they're averaging against Wyoming area next week.
No, they're going to have to mix it in as they get into the second half of the season. Other teams that have better size are going to, be able to try to slow that run down, come in with some better schemes, better talent. And you need to get that balance a little bit better. And you do have talent. Cleaver's a good arm. They have excellent speed. No teams can match the speed they can put out receivers. And the tight end, Gabe Decker, showed last year how good he can be. So the tools are there for the passing game. It's a question of working it in, getting into the rhythm, getting a little more game experience for Cleaver. And I think this would be a good game to try to add that to the game plan along with the running of Ty Wilkerson and Gavin Galusha.
Captain's meeting at the center of the field. We're a couple of minutes away from the kickoff to start this one. We'll be back with that kickoff. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Did you inherit an estate, or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalastate.planning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank. But did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage, we're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
Hey guys, this is Ray,
Chad, and Chad! You're up and up. Chad!
So anyway, we're having too much fun here, like you will too if you go to buy a car. We can't even finish a commercial, but if you want a great deal, go to blazegmhazelton.com.
Yeah. On a more serious note, remember we have the lowest price guaranteed. Or we'll give you $1,000.
W234BH West Hazelton at 94.7, WVWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains media station. WHLM Bloomsburg.
Top-grade materials.
Bulldogs won the toss, deferred to the second half, so we'll see the Hanover area offense first. Hawkeyes down below us. Blue jerseys, blue pants, blue helmets, white numerals and trim. Berwick across the way, white jerseys, white helmets, blue numerals, and for the first time, blue pants. So a new look for the Bulldogs on the road here at Hanover area. Earl Harris is the referee for tonight's game. Dave Buczynski is the umpire. Frank McCabe is the headlinesman. Edward Caffrey is the line judge. Dave Pacchioni is the field judge, and the side judge is Kevin Brace. The Hawkeyes will be moving from our left to our right as we view things here in the opening half as Deacon Eisenbach deep along with Dowen Downey and Caleb Yost, who's done a great job in all aspects of kicking for the Bulldogs. The sophomore will kick it off.
From the middle of the field, Jim. He often likes to go from the hash, but he often chooses the middle.
This game is underway. The kick is high and deep, and Eisenbach back at the 5, up the middle to the 10, to the 15, and Gavin Galusha down there making a good play on special teams. Brings him down at about the 22-yard line.
Gavin Galusha has a nose for the football, Jim. One of the headhunters sprinting on down there, right down the middle of the field, targeting in on Eisenbach and setting his defense up with nice field position.
This Berwick defense has been terrific this season, just 6.2 points per game given up. It starts with Gabe Decker, Matt Gordner, J.J. Leonard, Skylar Neville up front. The linebackers Everett Snyder, Gavin Galusha, and Brock Sims. The corners Brady Cleaver and Caleb May. Free safety Alex Estrella. Strong safety Ty Wilkerson.
4-3 look to start.
I formation. Darwin Downey gets the call. J.J. Leonard wraps him up right about the line of scrimmage. Leonard has been terrific on defense this season. He's number one in the team in tackles, coming in with 28. In fact, 10 of them. The 24, 2nd and 9.
They had Everett Snyder as the middle linebacker, but they had a blitzing DA gap, and that forced the running back, Dwayne Downey, off a little bit to the left, ran him right on in to J.J. Leonard, who's a very sure tackler.
2nd and 9. Aiden Safri is the tight end on the right side. Brody Richardson right off his right shoulder. Toss sweep. 31-yard. Quick. Brock Sims, who's having a good season for the Bulldogs, number 4 in the team in tackles, makes that one be 3rd and short for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, he'll get about 8 yards on that run. They really overpowered the defensive end with 2 blockers, hit the C gap, and until Brock Sims came back. Hit behind the line, flags fly. I think we're going to have a face mask against the Bulldogs. His flags flew all over. Yeah, I thought he got him by the helmet, Jim, but then it may have been underneath the helmet and then a thing. I wouldn't have thrown the flag-eyed binoculars on it. And then the ball came loose while it was still live. Now, the flags, if it's going to be that touching of the helmet, whichever way, whether you call it face mask or getting underneath the helmet, is going to negate the loose ball, and it will be a first down in much better field position for Hanover area.
Boy, that's a tough break for Berwick because they had great penetration. That was going to be a loss of a couple yards.
Yeah, they really did. Galusha got in and put it in, and then somebody else came in as the man spun free. Grabbed them near the helmet. I thought the back of the helmet, but you do construe that as the personal foul if you do grab underneath. It's dangerous.
So 1st and 10 for the Hawkeyes. They have it at their own 46-yard line as they move from our left to our right in this opening quarter. Angel Tejada is a wide receiver to the left. There's a slot to the right. Now out of the gun, Logan Richardson has a running back to either side of him. First down play, Darwin Downey goes in motion. And Dwayne Downey has it off the right side, and he has some good running room, close to a first down in Berwick territory. Ty Wilkerson comes from the secondary to make the play.
Downey's surprisingly quick, Jim. You mentioned it earlier on a couple of the runs, but again, he's the side of the quarterback, takes a quick pitch, hits the outside, makes a nice cut in, and another 8-yard gain for him, 18 on 3 carries.
Second down, a little over 2 for the Hawkeyes in Bulldog territory at the 46-yard line. Tejada and Dwayne Downey leave the lineup. Brody Richardson will be the fullback in this short yardage situation. Dwayne Downey, the tailback.
Team that likes to pass, watch them mixing it in.
2nd and 2. They're back to throw as Richardson fires a quick out to Eisenbach, and he's very close to the first down yardage. Boy, Ty Wilkerson came flying out of that safety position.
It was a sideways pass. The man bubbled back from the line of scrimmage, caught it at the line of scrimmage, and Wilkerson zeroed over. He stopped him just short of the yard he needed, Jim.
Well, that looked like a sure first down.
Yes,
and
it did.
Wilkerson really came at it. But it's 3rd down and less than a yard at the Berwick 44.
Brady Cleaver was playing him with the standard distance between, and that would have allowed him to get it. But Wilkerson read the quarterback's step and really zeroed on in quickly from safety.
Now, Dwayne Downey is not in the backfield for this 3rd and short. Brody Richardson is the lone running back. His brother Logan is under center. Brody gets the call, has the first down and then some, carries tacklers to the 40-yard line. Tough run by him. 1st and 10 for Hanover area.
I guess they like him in short yardage, Jim. Brody Richardson had only 8 carries on the season. So bad, they go on a standard dodge right guard and easily gets to chains and about 4 or 5 more.
Hawkeyes using some first quarter clock. It's running with 8:09 remaining. No score. They have it at the Berwick 41-yard line. This possession started at their own 23. Slot to the right side. A wing to either side as Logan Richardson awaits the shotgun snap. First down play. Berwick coming on a blitz. Dwayne Downey straight ahead, has some yardage, gets to about the Berwick 38-yard line before he's pushed back. Gabe Decker among the people in on the play for the Bulldogs.
Everett Snyder squaring up as well. I thought he had more yardage, Jim, but deep enough in the backfield where it's 4 yards before he then gains 3. So it looked like a bigger gain, but Berwick rallying to the football keeps it from getting very far.
2nd and 7, Hanover area at the Berwick 38-yard line. This Logan Richardson went to the sideline to talk to his father and coach, Eric, and got the play call. Slot to the right side. Out of the gun. Logan Richardson has the snap, rolls to his right, looks to throw, fires out of the backfield. It's picked off. Down this far sideline to the 45-yard line. The interception picked off by Gavin Galusha, and Berwick has their first pick of the season.
They were swinging the running back, Dwayne Downey, out of the backfield and rolling in his direction. He was open, but the ball sailed on quarterback Logan Richardson, and he then throws his 9th interception of the year to the linebacker who's comfortably behind the open receiver in Gavin Galusha, who returns it strongly up the sideline.
So Berwick in good field position for their first possession against a Hanover area 4-4 that starts with Matt Curry, Jose Mercado, Elijah Rivas, Al-Amin Kashirno up front. Outside linebackers, Jaden Cruz and Connor Richardson. Inside, Lucas Cruz and Brody Richardson. The corners, Angel Tejada and Dwayne Downey. The safety is Deacon Eisenbach. Berwick from their own 45-yard line out of the Wildcat. First snap goes to Ty Wilkerson, and Wilkerson is tripped up after he picked up a couple to about the 47-yard line.
He got hit and seemed to slide away and then felt, well, I'm down, my knee hit. But the officials didn't really see it. They didn't blow a whistle. I think they should have. Instead,
Cleaver under center. Wilkerson is the lone running back behind him. It's a wing to either side.
They're seeing an 8-man front, 4 with 2 defensive ends and 2 linebackers all stacked up.
Cleaver gives the ball to Wilkerson. He has some running room, breaks the tackle on the 40, gets outside 35, down that sideline 25, 20, and tripped up near the 10-yard line. There is a flag down on the play. It's going to be a hold. We'll see which way it's going. It's at the 35-yard line of the Hawkeyes.
Alex Estrella, near the point where the flag was thrown, really had a nice stock block. They couldn't have called it on that, but downfield about 5 yards earlier, they may have. So about 15, 20 yards into the run is where they'll mark the penalty from. So give Wilkerson 15 yards and then mark the penalty back from there.
And we'll see whether Berwick still has a first down. Very, very close.
Might have to. They're moving to chains. Yep. They're moving to chains.
So I guess we give Wilkerson 6 on that.
Holding against the
Or
Bulldogs.
maybe 7. And it's a 1st and 10. Berwick at the Hawkeye 45-yard line. 6 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. Wide receiver to either side. Wing to either side. One of those wings comes in motion, leads the way for Wilkerson, who's hit behind the line of scrimmage, hit again, drags tacklers, gets to the 42-yard line. Well, Eric Richardson's very, very upset with his defense. Looked like they had Ty Wilkerson for a loss and probably should have. And most mere mortals would go down under those circumstances, but he kept those legs driving.
Yeah. Brody Richardson blitzing from the linebacker position on the inside. Met him in the backfield about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, but he bounced off of that. Then as he's running a yard past the line, a man grabs his jersey and he just takes him for a sleigh ride.
2nd and 6, Berwick at the Hanover area 41-yard line. Again, Wilkerson is the lone running back. He gets the call again, goes off the right side, sweeps it outside to the 30, the 25, down the far sideline to the 10, and that's where he's brought down. Shiloh Escobar was downfield leading the blocking, but a great move and then carried by Ty Wilkerson.
He really showed good vision, Jim. He ran up the middle with patience and broke to the right where the lane developed, not where it was designed to open. Then at the linebacker level, he put on another move to the outside, and there he could turn on the jets and try to outrun things before Angel Tejeda stops him.
31 yards on the carry by Ty Wilkerson, who gets a breather now as Berwick lines up in the I. Gabe Decker was the tailback. Now he shifts to the right. Gavin Galusha is the running back. 1st and goal from the 10. Galusha off the right side has some good blocking, breaks a tackle, gets inside the 5, dives toward the end zone, comes up just short. Good effort by Gavin Galusha.
Really was. When they came out of the shift, J.J. Leonard ends up as the tight end on the right, and Everett Snyder then leads the blocking in that direction. So some of your best blockers are there. Galusha uses them well, steps through the C gap and fights his way. It looks like I just spotted on the 2 where his knee went down.
8 yards for Gavin Galusha. He is the lone running back. There's blocking backs to the right side, but it's Cleaver straight ahead behind his center, gets into the end zone, and there is a lead.
Doing the brunt of the work on the drive after the interception.
Carry up the middle is good for a
Gavin
touchdown.
Galusha with carries, and then Cleaver finishing up with the quarterback sneak on the power. Caleb May getting ready for the kick. 15 of 17 on PATs this year, Jim.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. As the snap by Gabe Decker is there, the hold is there, the kick is up, and the kick is there. Timeout on the field. 4:15 remaining in the opening quarter. The score, Berwick 7, Hanover nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit @Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Berwick's first interception of the season by Gavin Galusha stops a Hanover area drive and starts Berwick on one of their own. And they end up going 5 plays, 55 yards. Brady Cleaver in from 2 yards out for the score. Caleb Yost with the extra point. 7-0 Berwick, 4:15 to go in this opening quarter.
Yost again in the middle of that 40-yard line for the kick. Put one deep last time to open the game.
As his kick is high and short to the far side, fielded by one of the up men at the 20, and the return will be out to about the 31-yard line. And Berwick again, good coverage after the high but short kick by Caleb Yost.
Yeah, Sam Matthews had to catch it up short. Brings it, but again, good coverage by the kick return team.
Brought out to the 31. It'll be
so second possession for the Hawkeyes. They looked good in that first possession, had
Very
something
good.
going until the interception by Galusha.
Yeah, running the ball well with Dwayne Downey. Looked like they're ready to start mixing the pass in, but off target on the swing pass to the running back. Overthrown and intercepted to end the drive.
From their 31-yard line, Logan Richardson out of the gun has a running back to his left and a slot to the left. First down call. It's a running play, and Downey is buried back at the 27-yard line. Berwick winning the line of scrimmage there.
Downey is tackled
Getting
behind the line of
across
scrimmage by
in a
Gabe Decker.
hurry. J.J.
For short
Leonard,
loss.
one of the first people there.
Second and 12
You know,
Hawks.
Andy, usually you don't have an
28.
interior.
Yeah, Tyson Kelly also calling a
We mentioned Berwick with 6 sacks last week at Hazleton area. They get one here as Gavin Galusha comes across from his linebacker position.
Yes, he does. He was blitzing on the
Gavin
last
Galusha
play
on
and
the
was in
tackle.
as part of that
There'll be a loss
tackle.
on the play for
Now
the Hawks.
again, they're sending 3
Third and
people
long.
between the A gaps.
The 22.
And they're really getting to that.
See, the last time that Logan Richardson threw a pass, it was intercepted, stopping a Hawkeye drive and leading to a Berwick drive that has the Bulldogs up 7-0. This obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. We'll see if they let him go to the air again.
Screen pass, not the worst.
Of his brother Connor Richardson at the 40-yard line.
Pass intended for Richardson.
It would.
Forced to scramble and it looked like it was going to run. That might have broke some of the coverage. Connor Richardson, the brothers crossing the middle about 15 yards deep. Seemed to have the ball in his fingertips, but just couldn't hold on. Would have been a challenging catch, and as you said, even more challenging to finish the run and get to the chains.
Connor Richardson does the long snapping. Chance Hall, a senior kicker, is back at the Hawkeyes 10-yard line. Gets the snap, gets the kick away. Very, very high, not particularly long. At the 47, it's Brady Cleaver down that far sideline, the 30, the 25, and Brady Cleaver's knocked out of bounds about the 15-yard line. Cleaver came up aggressively on the short punt and took it down the far sideline. Berwick in great shape.
Brady Cleaver.
Just 17 yards on the punt, 33 yards on the return.
10 Bulldogs from
So
the
with
Hawkeye
2:18 remaining in the first quarter, Berwick with a 7-0 lead, and they'll have the football down around the Hawkeyes 15.
Hawkeyes stayed in their lanes, but the punt sailed off to the left. So when he came up aggressively on that shorter punt, he was able to catch it, get composure, and then break down that right sideline. Use that far sideline certainly to his advantage with a great return.
13-yard line is where they mark it. Brock Sims is in there as the fullback as they go to a straight I formation. Ty Wilkerson is the tailback, a fake to him. Cleaver back to throw, fires the sideline. The pass sails way over the head of the intended receiver at around the 10-yard line. That was Everett Snyder.
Yeah, roll out after faking the play action like they're going to dive it to the right where they've had success. Brady Cleaver, little amped up though, getting the opportunity to throw, sails it very high over his fullback's head on the right side.
Wyoming area leading Tunkhannock 13-0. We'll keep you apprised of that score as we go along. Warriors of Wyoming area in Crispin Field next week. Could be a matchup of unbeatens. Ty Wilkerson gets the call off the right side. Plenty of blocking. Steamrolls down near the goal line. No indication from the officials, but he's close.
A little sloppy. I don't think the quarterback was ready for the snap. It came, managed it. Then with the handoff to Wilkerson, that was being juggled as he's going through the line. But still a very positive play for Berwick as he forces himself down to, just near the goal line, probably the 2.
11 yards on that carry. Blocking back. So those blockers goes in. Touchdown. Dogs build the lead on rushing touchdown of the season for Ty Wilkerson.
59 yards on the game, and that was a very clean play. Berwick's offensive line is very, very strong, Jim. They don't get as much credit as they deserve. J.J. Leonard, Draven Geiger often on the left side, Nico Lonzinski centering, Matt Gordner, Mike Perry. They're just powerful and create the seam.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. Gabe Decker's snap is a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field.
PT is good.
1:42 remaining in the opening quarter. Berwick 14, Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Never go thirsty again. That's Hawkeye Beverage. Convenience.
Berwick uses an interception, which sets him up in good field position, and then a punt return, which sets him up in even better field position to take this 14-0 lead with 1:42 remaining in the opening quarter as Caleb Yost will kick it off.
Will be Downey and Tejada.
Again, defense, special teams coming up big for the Bulldogs in this opening quarter. Yost's kick will be fielded by Tejada at the 5-yard line. Angel Tejada to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. He's got running room to the 45, down the Berwick sideline, 35, and spins down to the 18-yard line. Angel Tejada with a spectacular return. He's finally brought down by Caleb May, but the Hawkeyes in great field position.
Caleb Yost, the kicker, Jim, running him down from that safety position. He stayed with the play, was able to work along, although there was a blocker in that area, to slow things down and eventually make the play.
1st and 10 for the Hawkeyes, trying to get back into it, trailing 14-0 here late in the first quarter. They have it at the Berwick 19-yard line. Logan Richardson under center. Dwayne Downey is the lone running back, and movement on the right side of the Hawkeyes line. Be 5 yards back for them.
Yeah, Alamin Kishinro jumping ahead of the snap, and they'll move it back 5 yards. You know, you have a great momentum change after that kick return. Well, one thing you don't want to do is give up 5 yards, set yourself back, and make it all the harder to get into the end zone.
So it is 1st and 15 for the Hawkeyes at the Bulldog 24. 14-0 is the Berwick advantage. Wyoming area leading their game against Tunkhannock 13-0. Could be a battle of unbeatens at Crespin Field next Friday if those scores hold up. Eisenbach wide to the left. Connor Richardson wide right. I formation behind Logan Richardson, who's under center. And now Berwick jumps across, or appeared to.
Well, Will Richards also broke his stance to right guard. Which way does it go? It will go again against Hanover area and make it a 1st and 20 now, Jim. So again, after that momentum turning kick return by Angel Tejada,
from the Berwick 30.
They set themselves up with 2 penalties to where they almost have to pass to get to the chains, let alone the end zone.
So it's 1st and 20. Hawkeyes at the Bulldog 29. Slot to the left side, I formation. Dwayne Downey tries to get outside right and has some running room at the 25 and forced out of bounds by Caleb May down around the 20-yard line. Boy, he is really quick.
He has the quickness, Jim. He gets that ball, quick steps, and before you know it, he's behind the line of scrimmage and moving along. He'll get 9 of the 10 yards of the penalty back with that little sprint to the right side.
Ashton Smith checks in, replacing Skylar Neville. Added defensive end position for Berwick as Earl Harris, the referee, stops play and comes over to the Hanover area sideline. He's looking up at the press box.
Reset something on the clock, Jim.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem anything that's important because the team is already lined up at the line of scrimmage. They'll get a few seconds back. Maybe the clock guy thought he was out of bounds and he wasn't ruled that way, so they're going to give him a few seconds back.
Yeah, they're going to have to set the clock, which now says 12 minutes remaining. Set the beginning. Again, the Bulldogs home 13-0 was the Warrior lead last we heard here. It's 14-0 Berwick. And now 2nd and 11 from the Bulldogs 20-yard line. I formation behind Logan Richardson. He gives to Brody Richardson straight ahead, and he is gang tackle after he picks up 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Miles ahead for a few.
Feel they're in fourth down territory, or they may feel that they're in field goal territory. They have an excellent field goal kicker in Chance Hall. He's kicked a 44-yarder and a 42-yarder this year. Well, they may play it more conservatively with the run game.
3 yards on that carry. 3rd and 8. Hawkeyes at the Bulldog 17-yard line. I formation behind Logan Richardson. Play action, back to throw, incomplete. Intended for Logan Richardson in the far corner, and good coverage in the secondary for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Alex Estrella, who kind of captains that secondary, calls the coverages, says who's going to go where. He was lined up on one of the receivers who ran a flag pattern, stayed right on with him, forcing the quarterback to overthrow it or risk the interception.
Looks like a host of substitutions,
including Chance Hall, that kicker, Jim.
Well, Andy mentioned he has field goals of 42 and 44 yards, but we saw him pregame putting on a show, kicking them from 50 and beyond. The hold will be at the 24 by Deacon Eisenbach. So this is a 34-yard field goal attempt by Chance Hall. Snap, placement. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. He is very good. Timeout on the field.
Attempt by Chance Hall is good.
59 seconds, remaining in this first quarter. 14-3 is the Berwick lead. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
For being a Hawkeye touchdown sponsor.
Berwick will get the football following the 34-yard field goal by senior Chance Hall that got the Hawkeyes of Hanover area on the board. It's a 14-3 Berwick lead. 59 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
He'll be kicking off from the middle of his 40-yard line, and it's kind of where the crown of the hill crests, so it's almost like he's going to be kicking it downhill if it goes to either side of that crown.
Berwick with Galusha and May deep, anticipating the kick from Hall. He's certainly capable of putting it in the end zone, and he does, about 9 yards deep.
Wow.
He has got a leg. So Berwick will put it in play at their own 20-yard line. 59 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Bulldogs leading 14-3.
For the most part, the offense has been the running of Tymir Wilkerson. He has 59 yards. Galusha has an 8-yard run. Cleaver, the 2-yard quarterback sneak. He attempted one pass, which was overthrown down in the red zone. So again, a heavy run emphasis, and primarily with that weapon, Tymir Wilkerson.
The Bulldogs huddle on the far side of the field, and undoubtedly will come right to the line of scrimmage with that 14-3 advantage. Ball at the Berwick 20-yard line. Gabe Decker is the tight end on the left side. Brady Cleaver will operate out of the pistol with Ty Wilkerson behind him. First down call, Berwick from their 20. Cleaver has problems with the exchange. Scramble is on at the 14-yard line, and Hanover is on the football.
Wow. What hustle by number 3, Connor Richardson, Jim. Blitzing from the far left side. The ball came back in shotgun. It wasn't fielded cleanly. Wilkerson was looking for the handoff. Both he and Cleaver could drop down on the ball, but they're not as quick as that blitzing defensive end, Connor Richardson, who dives on that ball with force and impetus and takes it away from the other two.
So Hanover area trailing 14-3. Gets the field goal from Hall, and then gets the ball right back on a Berwick fumble. And they have it at the Bulldog 14-yard line. Dwayne Downey is the tailback. Brody Richardson ahead of him. Dwayne Downey tries the right side and runs into a wall.
Yeah, guess who? J.J. Leonard, Jim. You've mentioned he's a force. Single blockers can't handle him. He shucks the man, tosses him aside. Chests the runner 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage, and there's just no going anywhere. Loss of 1.
Back to the 16-yard line as the first quarter comes to an end with the score. Berwick 14, Hanover area 3. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit at Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Offers, make your own party kits.
1 quarter in the books here at Hanover Memorial Stadium. Berwick leading Hanover area by a score of 14-3, but the Hawkeyes with a great opportunity as they move from our right to our left in the second quarter. They have it at the Berwick 15-yard line, facing second down and 11.
Game has turned momentum on turnovers, Jim. Berwick's interception by Gavin Galusha. And now this fumble here on the snap back to the quarterback in the pistol that Connor Richardson was able to play into a huge fumble recovery.
So the Hawkeyes from the Berwick 15-yard line. Line up with a slot to the right side. Both Downey brothers are in there. They're on either side of the quarterback, Logan Richardson, who's going to operate from the shotgun as soon as the officials get things straightened out. There's still
side judge and umpire having a conversation. I don't understand why. Holding play. Umpire now going to stand over the football, talk to the center a little bit.
These guys don't.
Television.
these guys don't have dinner reservations. I'll tell you that. From the 15. Second down call coming. Back to throw. He's got Downey on the far side. He skirts through to the 10-yard line. Quick hitter to Downey.
Good for about
and
7 yards.
He'll pick up at least 5 as Ashton Smith is in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Right at the end of the run, the ball got loose, but as he's falling down, the ball bounces right back to his stomach. They'll give him a 5-yard gain on that, and the sort of fumble that very few saw becomes irrelevant.
3rd and 6 at the Berwick 10-yard line. We're just underway in the second quarter. Bulldogs leading 14-3, but great opportunity for Hanover area to cut into that lead. 3rd down call coming. Logan Richardson out of the gun. He takes it and rolls left. Looks like he wants to keep it, and he'll lose yardage back to the 15-yard line. Ashton Smith with a big defensive play for the Bulldogs.
He's had a lot of big plays for Berwick throughout the season, Jim. I know he was the star being featured on your pregame show with C.J. Curry. He really has been doing it. They put him in a lot of defensive end, and boy, he just did not give ground. Quarterback gave the look of pass, and then he decided he's going to scramble to his left. Ashton Smith stayed home and made the play for a 5-yard loss. Give him a sack.
So Eisenbach will hold at the 23. This is a 33-yard field goal attempt by Chance Hall. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Boy, he is some weapon. We're early in the second. 10:19 to go. Berwick 14 and Hanover area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Treat for Michael Moots candies, that's what.
Fumble recovery by Brody Richardson of Hanover area at the Berwick 14 leads to an eventual 33-yard field goal by Chance Hall, and it's a 14-6 Berwick advantage. Early here in the second, 10:19 to go before the halftime break. Boy, Chance Hall is quite a weapon. When you have a kicker this good, you get in the opposition's territory, you feel you've got an automatic 3. And he's hit him from 34 and 33. He was hitting from 50 in the pregame. And now it's a one-possession game.
Put it 9 yards deep in the end zone on the last kickoff, too.
No breeze at all going, so it's all his foot. And he's not nearly as good, though. That was only about 3 yards into the end zone. Wyoming area 21 and Tunkhannock nothing. That's in the second quarter. Again, if Berwick wins here tonight, Wyoming area wins that game, it'll be a battle of unbeatens next Friday night at Crispin Field. But the Bulldogs' lead is down to 8 as Berwick, moving from our left to our right this second quarter, takes over at their 20.
Yeah, and you might get down to typical C.J. Curry, Ty Wilkerson run-the-ball football here until you start extending that lead a little more comfortably.
Well,
turnovers have hurt.
Wilkerson lines up in a slot to the right side. So an empty backfield for Cleaver, who awaits the shotgun snap. Now Wilkerson comes in motion, takes the handoff, tries to sweep the left side, does so down the far sideline, 30, 45, 50, and knocked out of bounds in Hanover area territory.
Jet sweep. You mentioned there's Wilkerson out in the right slot. Comes in motion and manages to take the handoff from Cleaver right behind the center. Sprints to that far sideline where Berwick has its team lined up. Turns the corner and makes nice yardage.
They mark it at the 44. So that's a 36-yard run by Ty Wilkerson. And a first down for Berwick at the Hawkeyes 45-yard line.
Give him 95 yards on the game with that run, Jim, and it was beautiful. Really used his speed well.
First and 10 Bulldogs from the 40.
And now Wilkerson is the lone running back with Cleaver under center. Wide receiver to either side. First down call. Flags look like Hanover area came across.
On the play.
Berwick has a lot of window dressing, Jim. You mentioned where people are going to be, and then all of a sudden, tight end shifts from left to right. The split end steps back to become a wide receiver to make for illegal formation. A man comes in motion, and before all that's done, eventually the defense jumps. 5 yards the easy way, but probably because of the intricacies in the formation, shifting, and motion.
First and 5, Berwick at the Hanover area 40-yard line. Slot to the right side. Estrella outside of Escobar. I formation. Everett Smith is the fullback. Quick out to Escobar. Escobar at the 40. Makes a move to the 35 and caught from behind at the 29-yard line. Quick hitter to Shiloh Escobar, and Berwick with a first down at the 29-yard line. Connor Richardson with the stop.
Escobar in the slot takes a step back, so actually it's a backward pass. Should be ruled as a running play, but since everyone else will call it a pass, so will I. Give him at least 10 yards on that. Jim, do you have it exact?
11 to the 29-yard line. Slot to the right side. Estrella wide left. Cleaver under center. Everett Snyder comes in motion. He leads the blocking for Wilkerson, who's off that left side to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, and cut down close to the 10-yard line. Great blocking off that left side that time for Ty Wilkerson.
They really opened up the C gap. He went through it untouched. I'm not sure if the tight end and tackle cross block, but whatever, the C gap was wide open. He saw it, blazed through it, broke toward the sideline, put another move on a man before finishing off the run strong.
17 more for Ty Wilkerson, and Berwick with a first down at the Hanover area 12-yard line.
1:12 on the game now for Wilkerson.
Bulldogs try to add to their 14-6 lead. Cleaver out of the gun, and Hanover area jumps across again.
Man came up like he was going to come across, but I don't think he did. But the officials saw that motion, and if it can cause the offense to sort of shake out of their stance, it's a 5-yard penalty against the D, and that's what it will be ruled.
So it'll be 1st and 5 for Berwick at the 7-yard line of the Hawkeyes. The give is to Wilkerson, up the gut, headed toward the end zone, will come up a yard or two short. Wedge very close to the first down.
Yeah, wedge blocking, running over the right guard, Matt Gardner. Everett Snyder targeting that position, and Wilkerson right behind him. Eventually, people come in from the sides to try to slow it down, but Wilkerson brings it 4 yards closer.
2nd down and 1 for Berwick at the Hanover area 3-yard line. Brock Sims is in as a blocking back to the left side. After some shifting, 2 blockers to that side. The call goes to Wilkerson. He gets in standing up off the left side. Boy, that offensive line dominant on that possession.
Yes, they were, Jim. Yes, they were. And, Berwick can say, we're going to run here. They're going to put their 2 backs right there in the C gap on the left side. Just about over the left tackle, and there's just no one there to stop as he goes in standing. They didn't have him in touch football.
Attempting the kick will be Caleb Yost.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ashton Smith. Gabe Decker does the long snapping for the Bulldogs, who put together an 80-yard scoring drive. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. With 8:01 to go in the opening half, it's Berwick 21, Hanover area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Hawks defense, our new stadium fence installed by Byra's Fence Company. Thank you to Byra's
14 touchdowns now in the season for Ty Wilkerson, the last from 3 yards out, capping a 5-play, 80-yard drive. He had 2 long plays on that drive, 36 and 17 yards. So with 8:01 remaining in this first half, Berwick has extended their lead to 21-6 as Yost will kick off. Angel Tejada, one of the people deep. Last time he got his hands on the football, he went 75 yards. So see which way Yost goes on this kick.
Again, kicking from the middle of the field, not trying to angle it to any of the corners.
Darwin Downey is also deep, along with Tejada. The kick will go to one of the up men at the 10-yard line, and the return to the 23-yard line. Good coverage downfield for the Bulldogs. And Hanover area will put it in play. Getting down there in special teams for Berwick, Brett Eisenhower. And Hawkeyes will put it in play. That kick came up just short of Angel Tejada. Maybe he should have run in front of it.
First and 10 Hawkeyes.
You often school your people. You don't want to have to back up and make the catch. Let the guy come up forward and make the catch. That way he has, his momentum behind him to catch and run.
7:56 to go, first half. Hanover area with the ball at their own 23-yard line. Hawkeyes move from a right to a left. Berwick with a 21-6 advantage. Toss sweep right side. Dwayne Downey looking for some room. He has some, and he gets out to the 29-yard line.
Berwick had people on the periphery to stop the sweep going to the right side.
Downey off tackle
but
for about 5
Dwayne
yards.
Downey really had nice momentum going. So even though he's being hit near the line of scrimmage, people aren't able to square up on him, and he's dragging people for about a 6-yard gain.
Second down and 4. Hawkeyes at their own 29-yard line. Dwayne Downey came in averaging 7.6 yards a carry on this season. Hawkeyes coming in 2-2. Logan Richardson under center. Second down call coming. Takes the snap, gives the ball. Downey, he's got the first down and then some over the 35 out to the 36-yard line.
Caleb May coming up on the backside making the tackle. The play was designed to run to the left. They had Connor Richardson try to kick out as a fullback in motion coming in that direction, kind of like a counter tray. But it was stopped up at the point of attack. The runner decides to take it in the other direction, finds a little bit of a seam, and Caleb May has to come up from the secondary to stop him.
First and 10, Hawkeyes at their own 35-yard line. Connor Richardson splits wide to the left side. Deacon Eisenbach wide right. I formation behind Logan Richardson. Gives to Brody Richardson straight ahead. He'll get 2, maybe 3 on the play as Brock Sims makes the stop. He's been very active on the season. Number 4 in the team in tackles, coming in with 25, 6 tackles for loss.
A lot of the scheme to stop this running game has been the run blitz. Fill all the gaps at the snap. So Brock Sims, Gavin Galusha, Everett Snyder have been very, very active as they come from 2-3 yards deep into the line of scrimmage at the snap, often running into the play.
Under 6 minutes remaining in this opening half. Stay with us at halftime. Chris Algard will bring us up to date on all the scores as the high school football regular season reaches the halfway mark. 2nd and 8. Hawkeyes from their 37. Logan Richardson has the snap and he's back to throw, and here comes the rush, and he fires the far side, incomplete. J.J. Leonard was all over him. He did well to get the pass away.
We mentioned run blitzes, but then they turn into pass blitzes if the pass is what shows. So pressure is coming, and as linemen sometimes feel they need to bend inside to pick up blitzing linebackers. It often frees up other linemen to pressure the quarterback. He had no time at all to throw. Desperation, flings it to the sideline out of the pocket.
And did so and drew an intentional grounding call as he was still in the pocket, and there were no receivers over there, unless you want to count C.J. Curry.
Penalty on the play.
Yeah.
And
intentional grounding against
the walk-off. Well, I don't envy opposing quarterbacks facing this Berwick relentless pressure.
Yeah, and especially with the game plan here, where you're going to be bringing linemen into the line of scrimmage, whether it's run or pass, Jim. You know, the momentum's coming forward. If you're thinking run and run doesn't show, you just keep on going and right to that quarterback.
3rd and 23, loss of down on that penalty, as well as the 15-yard penalty. Logan Richardson back to throw, fires on the backfield, has Downey, and he'll be brought down for a loss of the play. Gavin Galusha from his linebacker position all over the play.
Yes, he was. And again, he's reading things. If they're in man coverage, he's watching that running back. Does he have the ball? No. But I have him in coverage. He's hanging there behind the line of scrimmage. They're trying to screen because of the pressure. I'm right on him. Loss of yardage on the play.
4 to be exact. Chance Hall will be back to do the punting. He's back at his 6-yard line.
Back deep for the Bulldogs.
Gavin Galusha and Brady Cleaver deep anticipating.
And Gavin Galusha.
Snap is a good one. And the kick is away, and it's shanked off his foot to the right side. Very short punt. And Berwick's going to have good field position for this possession with 4:48 to go in the half, and the Bulldogs leading it 21-6.
Yeah, they're going to triangulate the side judge down to about the 35-yard line where they'll spot this one, Jim. Just got off the side of his foot as he hurried it a little bit. So the guy with the great leg, we've seen the field goals and the kickoffs, has an errant punt here on this play.
Yeah, and his previous punt was 17 yards, and that one is 17 as well. So he's struggling in the punting game as Berwick takes over at the Hanover area 35-yard line, looking to add to their 21-6 lead with 4:48 to go in the opening half.
The Rhinus family and Mr. and Mrs. Rupert.
The Bulldogs trot on the field. Brady Cleaver, the 9th grader, at the quarterback controls. Let's see where they put Ty Wilkerson. Going to start him in a slot to the right side. Last time they ran the jet sweep very, very successfully. See how they go here. Is Cleaver out of the gun. There's Wilkerson in motion. Fake to him. Cleaver will keep it off the right side. Inside the 30 to the 25 and down to the 20-yard line. Well done. Obviously, after Wilkerson had that big play in the jet sweep, they fake it to him. Cleaver keeps it, gets to the 21. Jose Mercado makes the stop.
Yeah, people thinking just like you, Jim. Show the jet sweep action, the same formation, put Wilkerson in the same slot, bring him in motion the same way. But Cleaver has those dangerous legs, and with that fake, he's able to gain a nice yardage, about 15.
14 is what they rule it at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, Berwick. Now Cleaver under center. I formation behind him. Everett Snyder is the fullback ahead of Ty Wilkerson. From the 21, Wilkerson the call off the left side. Big hole. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's standing in the end zone for another touchdown. The left side of that Berwick offensive line opened a gaping hole for Ty Wilkerson. He goes 21 yards for the score.
21 yards will put him at 138 for the game and another touchdown. Counter tray was actually the call, so while the left side of the line is doubling down, the two wingbacks set behind the right guard are pulling hard to the left, and they're going to kick out the defensive end. So you have this massive hole with the double down inside and the kick out wide from the counter tray action, and Ty Wilkerson just finds daylight.
Caleb Yost to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field, 4:03 to go in the opening half. Berwick 28 and Hanover area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
W234BH West Hazelton at 94.7, WVWX at W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Southern Mountains media station. WHLM Bloomsburg.
Berwick takes advantage of a 17-yard punt by Hanover area. They take over at the Hawks 35-yard line, score in 2 plays, 14-yard keeper by Brady Cleaver, 21-yard touchdown run by Ty Wilkerson. The Berwick lead is 28-6, 4:03 to go in this first half. Caleb Yost will kick it off.
Instead of the middle of the field, from the left hash, Jim, see if he tries to place it in a corner.
Again, Angel Tejada had a 75-yard return earlier, but this one comes up very, very short, hits the ground, and has to be covered at the 32-yard line.
Berwick still fighting in the scrum to try to get to the football, but the Hawks do come up with the football at the bottom of the pile. It's number 15, that's Sam Matthews.
So the Hawkeyes get the football. They have their full complement of timeouts left. 4:03 to go in the half. They trail Berwick down by a score of 28-6. And they are marking the line of scrimmage at the 30.
They're 3 of 7 passing, Jim. One's been intercepted. And in the 3 completes, it's a net of just 2 yards to the good.
Deacon Eisenbach is wide left. Brady Cleaver out on him. And he'll get some help from Ty Wilkerson, who's shaded that way. As Downey gets the call, Dwayne Downey is hit behind the line. Matt Gordner was the first one there, and then he got help.
He really did. And again, with linebackers looking to blitz, sometimes the defensive linemen are able to shed their men a little easier because of the distraction. Met him at the line of scrimmage. DePile throws him back. They'll give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Hanover area at their own 30-yard line. Wyoming area all over Tunkhannock, 35-0. That's still at halftime, so that's going to be a mercy rule situation there for those Warriors who come into tonight's game unbeaten. And again, they'll be at Crispin Field next Friday as 2nd and 10 for Hanover area at their 30. Connor Richardson wide to the left. Cleaver has that assignment. Logan Richardson under center. 2nd down call. Toss sweep right side and down. He hit behind the line and battles to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Great penetration by a Bulldog in that far side.
Skylar Neville came across to play contained from the left defensive end. Runner tried to take it inside, and there's traffic in there too, but Skylar Neville gets credit for the perfect play of his responsibility, contain and then take it in.
And Berwick will use the timeout with 2:53 to go in the half. Bulldogs lead at 28-6. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday. And try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and Broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
They have delicious foods and really work hard to provide for our athletes.
Berwick still with 2 timeouts remaining with 2:53. They'll try to get the Hanover area
Throw a big Hawkeye thank you
to
the Hanover
punt it away. It's just a 3rd down situation.
Department and ground staff for keeping
3rd down and 11 for the Hawkeyes back at their 29-yard line.
Passing situation, I went over the passing numbers, Jim. Just 3 completes and 7 attempts. 1 was intercepted, and of the 3 completes, they've only amassed positive 2 yards total. So mostly throwing things toward the line of scrimmage and hoping to run, but Berwick's been putting the kibosh to that and to screen passes.
And it's just so hard to get a passing game going when Berwick comes with all this pressure, a lot of it from the front 4.
Front 4 or one of the linebackers often adding to it. But yeah, it's intense pressure.
3 receivers to the left side. Out of the gun. Logan Richardson back to throw. Here comes the rush. He's going to be buried inside the 20-yard line. Gavin Galusha coming from his linebacker position. Berwick, I believe, will use another timeout with 2:55 to go in this half. But absolutely no chance for Logan Richardson.
No, we mentioned the 4 linemen coming in and 1 linebacker, and he wasn't showing it. Gavin Galusha's outside linebacker on the left in the 3-man linebacker set. On the snap, he just got out of the starter gate, made up the 2-3 yards to the line of scrimmage, and then just accelerated the speed right to the quarterback untouched as no one sensed he was coming.
Gavin Galusha is a 5'10", 170-pound junior. Coming into this game with 23 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. We got one there.
He sure did.
Berwick still has 1 timeout remaining, and they're going to get the football, and they'll have time. 2:55 still to go in this half.
A lot of time, really. They'll still want to run Ty Wilkerson because he gets you the explosive plays, and they have enough time on the clock to do it. And they have a nice field goal kicker in Caleb Yost if they can. It's enough.
Well, Chance is a terrific field goal kicker for the Hawkeyes, but he has struggled in the punting game. 2 kicks of 17 yards each. He is standing back at his own 7-yard line. Gavin Galusha, Brady deep for the Bulldogs. Cleaver had a 33-yard return earlier. Good snap. Hall gets the kick away. Running up to make the play is Galusha at the 47-yard line, the 40, the 35. Gavin Galusha inside the 30-yard line. Good return by the junior, and Berwick in business with 2:46 remaining in the half, leading 28-6. 27 yards the punt, 14 yards on the return.
Yeah, real nice. He caught it coming forward and then just kept that momentum going. Eventually, Luke Willis was able to wrestle him down to the ground, stop the potential touchdown run.
So Berwick, 1st and 10 at the Hanover area, 28-yard line. Bulldogs scored on their last possession after a short punt. They'll try to punch one in here after the nice punt return by Gavin Galusha. Galusha a little gimpy on the sideline now. They're looking to him as the Bulldogs will set it up from the Hawkeye 28. Wilkerson to the right of Cleaver, who operates out of the gun with a slot to the right. Cleaver, play action, back to throw. Looking long into the end zone for Escobar. Runs out of room as the ball sails out of the end zone. Good coverage downfield. There's nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, Angel Tejeda stayed with him all the way. So while that was the primary receiver he wanted to hit, he couldn't really risk throwing it any sooner. And I think he realized at the time he did throw it, it was going to go out of the end zone.
2nd and 10, Berwick at the Hanover area 28, 2:23 to go in the half. Alex Estrella, Shiloh Escobar, Caleb May, 3 receivers to the right side as Cleaver hands off to Wilkerson off the left side, and he'll get a couple to the 20-yard line as it is defended very, very well that time by the Hawkeyes. Lucas Cruz leading the way. They mark it at the 25, pick up of 3, 3rd down and 7 for Berwick.
Probably another run by Wilkerson here, or a fake to Wilkerson and let the quarterback give a run here on the wide side of the field to the right.
Well, any fake to Wilkerson gets a lot of attention.
Yes, it does, as it should.
Yeah. Wilkerson to the right of Cleaver. And off to down, indicate down for Ty Wilkerson.
Had 142 prior to that. You said a 25-yard touchdown, Jim?
Yes.
No, it's going to up his total. My computer didn't handle it right. There's a real nice kick-out block by a pulling lineman. It was Nico Lonzinski who was centering, who ended up outside and kicked the defensive end out. That opened the seam. Normally centers aren't credit for the key block.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point. Ashton Smith with the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 1:46 remaining in the half. Berwick 35, Hanover area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Berwick gets a 14-yard punt return by Gavin Galusha to the Hanover area 28. Takes just 2 plays to get into the end zone. 25 yards on the run by Ty Wilkerson, his 4th rushing touchdown of this opening half, giving him 16 on the season. We are just halfway through the season with this game tonight, and Berwick extends their lead to 35-6. Caleb Yost places the ball on the right hash now.
I think he likes making the umpire move from one side to the other to spot that ball. Timeout?
Hanover area called it. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Berwick football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Jim Doyle, Andy Lickney, and Chris Algard from Hanover's Memorial Stadium. Berwick leading Hanover area 35-6, 146 remaining in this opening half.
I have Ty Wilkerson surpassing the 1,000-yard mark for the season, Jim. 1,049 yards now in this 2025 season.
And remember, this is week 5. You have to keep reminding yourself that. And as I said to C.J. Curry in the pregame show, we can't take 200-yard games for granted. No matter how many we see, it's not easy. The kick will come up high and short. Tejada muffs it, then gets it on a bounce, tries to spin away from a tackler, does so, and then he is barely. Shiloh Escobar among the people in on the play down around the 16-yard line.
Seems like everyone got down there. Jim Berwick had a first man who turned him around after he gained control of the football. But then they penned him in, nowhere to go. Tried left, tried right, tried up the middle, and about 7 or 8 white shirts in there on the tackle for that kick coverage team.
Yeah, and I think it was Escobar originally who didn't make the tackle, stayed with it, came back, and did make the tackle. So good special teams for Berwick. As they'll mark it at the 17-yard line. Hawkeyes with 2 timeouts remaining. We'll see whether they use them with 1:40 remaining. Connor Roberts is in at a linebacker spot, replacing Gavin Galusha. We saw Gavin shake it up a bit on the sideline. They were looking to him. So Roberts will be in at the linebacker spot for this series. Referee Earl Harris stops play and now says we're ready to go. Under center is Logan Richardson. Gives the ball to Downey off the right side. 15-yard line.
Connor Roberts coming in from that outside linebacker position where he's replaced Gavin Galusha. Made a nice stick, and that'll hold him to no yards.
Deacon Eisenbach was back and forth with Brady Cleaver. Ty Wilkerson came to the defense of Cleaver. Eichenbach shoved Ty with both hands and a flag flew. C.J. Curry, not at all happy that Wilkerson joined that fray. I mean, if he gets ejected, how about that for a loss? Not in this game, but next game.
Personal foul each way, and they're going to wipe away, Jim.
No. So it's like nothing happened.
Personal fouls on both teams.
You just don't like to see your players getting involved if they don't have to.
No. No, you get ejected, sit out the next game. How bad would that be?
Oh, boy. Especially with the game that's coming up.
Yes. So it is 2nd down and 6.
Clock running. And I think the coach's son is going to let it run off about as far as it can.
Dwayne Downey, who's had his moments as a running back, gets the call off the right side, breaks free, comes down this sideline, and Brady Cleaver with a nice tackle in the open field at the 33-yard line. Well, that's just a textbook tackle by Cleaver. That's a lonely spot to be out there with Downey coming your way.
Textbook tackle, but the hardest part was losing the blocker on him. He had a receiver turned into blocker. He had to take away the inside lane first, which he did. When he got the runner to commit outside, he was able to lose the blocker and then make that textbook tackle.
13 yards on the carry by Dwayne Downey, who came into this game averaging 7.6 yards a carry, and now Hanover area will use a timeout. 50 seconds to go in the half. Berwick leads at 35-6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
54 seconds remaining this opening half here at Hanover Memorial Stadium. Berwick coming in undefeated, trying to be the first Berwick team to start a season 5-0 since 2019. And off to a great start, leading 35-6. Hanover area, one timeout remaining. They have the ball at their 33-yard line with a first down. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Logan Richardson, the sophomore quarterback, awaits the shotgun snap. Dwayne Downey to his left. Logan back to throw, fires long downfield, has a man over his head. The 39-yard line, it was Angel Tejada who had a step on the Berwick secondary.
Yeah, after the timeout, they went with the riskier passing call. Quarterback Logan Richardson has not had time to pass in this game, but here there's a good stand in front of him. He's comfortable in the pocket. Angel Tejada streaking down the middle of the field, but just can't get there to get it to click.
Well, they've got some young talent on this team.
Oh, yeah.
How about Angel Tejada? He had the 75-yard kick return earlier. That time he beat the Berwick secondary downfield as a wide receiver. Had a 100-yard return on an interception in a game this season.
Freshman.
Yeah.
Freshman.
Second down call. Hawkeyes. Logan Richardson back to throw. Has Connor Richardson over the middle, and he carries tacklers over the 45 out to the 47. Great effort by him. They'll pick up about 14 on the play. Connor Roberts makes the stop for Berwick.
Berwick had people on him, but not enough to be able to deflect a pass. So they were going to make the tackle, but they were trying to throw him back. He wouldn't go back. So until the second and the third person, and they spin him forward, can they bring him down?
And Berwick will use that timeout with 36 seconds to go in the half. Bulldogs leading it by a score of 35-6. We'll keep it right here. To remind you that at halftime, Chris Algard will bring us updated on the high school football scoreboard as the 2025 season, hard to believe, reaches the halfway mark. Regular season, that is, with these games this weekend. It's a gorgeous night here.
Beautiful night. Beautiful night by the Berwick defense, too, Jim. And they haven't had an interception all year, so they're finally getting a passing team, and they pick one up early in this game, an interception. They've had all sorts of sacks, 6 last week against Hazleton, 2 so far in this game. Pressure on the quarterback to where rather than taking the sack, he suffers the intentional grounding, which basically equals a sack. They've been playing good, tough-nosed football, but Hanover's been able to extend this drive with a little bit here and then a little bit there.
So the ball is at the Hawkeyes' 47-yard line. Again, 36 seconds remaining in the half. Logan Richardson out of the gun. Back to throw. Looking long downfield. Has a man, DeJuan Downey. And he's ridden out of bounds inside the Berwick 30-yard line. That is a terrific throw by Logan Richardson.
He knew he was going to have the linebacker, Gavin Galusha, covering Downey out of the backfield on a wheel route. That's tough coverage. Running backs have that speed, and you're not expecting him to head deeper downfield. You got to step on Galusha, but Galusha makes the sure tackle, but it changes field position.
23 yards on the reception. 1st and 10 at the Berwick 30. 32 seconds remaining in the half. Slot to the left, slot to the right. Richardson under center, fires a quick out to the far side, has a man. It's Deacon Eisenbach, makes a move, and another, and has the first down and then some. So a quick out to Deacon Eisenbach, and he made some terrific moves on the Berwick secondary. They move the sticks, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, eventually Caleb May has to recover and pull him down, or it would have been a touchdown. So a couple of big play receptions and a threat now to score from in the red zone as Hanover area has been able to move the ball with the pass.
13 yards on that reception. The ball at the Berwick 17-yard line. 22 seconds remaining in the half. Slot to the left. Man in motion right to left. Logan Richardson out of the gun. Fires to the far side. Has Deacon Eisenbach again. And a nice tackle in the open field at the 10-yard line by Caleb May.
Richardson's pass to Eisenbach is complete.
All of a sudden, though, it's get it back to the quarterback, and it's quick steps and throw. Deacon Eisenbach on 2 of those receptions. 6 yards is what they're saying on that. But again, the timing's nice to have success in the pass.
The ball at but they'd like more than that. Rolls out, and he's got trouble just getting the ball away and almost intercepted on the far side. Everett Snyder coming hard at the quarterback, who just had to throw it away, but had a receiver in the area, so no grounding. Clock stops, 10.2 seconds to go in the half.
Snyder blitzing from the linebacker position. We're also seeing J.J. Leonard taking his man.
Logan Richardson tried to the sideline. Got the play call from first-year head coach Eric Richardson, his father. Slot to the right side. Isaac. A beautiful pass over the middle. The Hawkeyes are on the board.
But I think it was thrown in the secondary, Jim.
No, it's down around the 3-yard line.
Yeah. What do we got? It's against Berwick, so the touchdown will stand.
And the penalty will be, it's an unsportsmanlike, so it'll be on the kickoff, I would assume. So Hanover area gets the touchdown, a 12-yard touchdown pass to Connor Richardson.
He's having a nice game. Fumble recovery that was big and changing some momentum. Now a beautiful catch as his brother hits him with a post right over the middle as he had half a step on the defense.
And now they will go for 2. 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the power eye to the left side for this 2-point conversion. The call goes to Dwayne Downey off the left side, and he will not get there. No. So he is stopped.
2-point conversion is no good. Stopped by a host of
Gavin Galusha, a big stopper.
Yeah. With 6 seconds to go.
6 seconds remaining in this first half. Berwick 35, Hanover area 12. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick, the roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas, now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
35-12 is the Berwick lead. 6 seconds to go. What a drive by Hanover area. They go 9 plays, 83 yards. The touchdown, Logan Richardson, 12-yard touchdown pass to his brother Connor Richardson. Game with 6 seconds remaining. The Hawkeyes, who average over 35 points a game, have shown some offense in this game.
Argalutis
when they have some time for Logan Richardson to throw, they can be very, very effective. A lot of weapons for him to throw to. As Chance Hall will kick off. Again, I don't know what we're waiting for. Got a lot of slow developing plays starting. Earl Harris is the referee down around the 1, and now he gives us the indication. Chance Hall will kick it high and deep. Chance for a return. Caleb May at the 5-yard line, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and to the 45, and dragged out the 47. Well, that's the last play of the first half. We saw a lot of big plays, including that return by Caleb May. 1 half in the books here at Hanover Memorial Stadium. Berwick, 35. Hanover area, 12. You're listening to Bulldogs Football and Pop Radio.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.50% APY annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with the First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn APY is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
Chapin Oil in Escapec has been keeping your families warm and comfortable for generations. But Chapin Oil is much more than just heating oil. You'll also find a full-service gas station with ethanol-free fuel, plus a cozy coffee shop serving up the best lattes and espresso, and fresh-baked treats and donuts every day. Stop by, grab a treat, and say hello to your friends at Chapin Oil in Escapec, proud supporters of the Berwick Bulldogs.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit @Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detailing, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of year when it gets chillier every day. Is your vehicle ready? Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick winterize your car and ensure your precious cargo stays safe. They have a great selection of brand name tires, and you can save 25% on mounting and balancing when you buy a set of 4. MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day. Schedule an appointment now at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com, with Saturdays now available. Saving you money every step of the way. MasterTech Auto Services in Berwick.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
It's time for the Berwick Bulldogs halftime show on Pop Radio.
Halftime from Hanover Memorial Stadium in its 101st year. Last year, of course, because of some problems, they weren't able to play home games here. So this is the 100th season of Hanover football. And Berwick leads the Hawkeyes of Hanover at the break, 35-12. Hanover area took the opening kickoff, had a nice drive going to the Berwick 38-yard line. But at that point, Logan Richardson's pass was picked off by Gavin Galusha, first interception of the season for Berwick. Gavin returned it to the Berwick 45. 5 plays later, Berwick was in the end zone on a 2-yard run by quarterback Brady Cleaver. Biggest play along the way, a 31-yard run by Ty Wilkerson. Caleb Yost with the extra point, and Berwick had the early 7-0 lead. They added to that lead later in the first quarter after a 33-yard punt return by Brady Cleaver set them up at the Hanover area 13-yard line. 2 plays later, Ty Wilkerson in for the touchdown. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick extend their lead to 14-0. The ensuing kickoff was returned by Angel Tejada of Hanover area, 75 yards, setting up a 34-yard field goal by Chance Hall. And Berwick's lead was cut to 14-3. 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. First quarter ended with that score. Early in the second quarter, after a fumble recovery by Connor Richardson in Berwick territory, Chance Hall another field goal, this one from 33 yards out, and Berwick's lead was just one possession at 14-6. But the Bulldogs came right back, 5 plays, 80 yards. Ty Wilkerson in from the 2-yard line for the score. He had carries of 36 and 17 yards along the way. Caleb Yost with the extra point. 21-6 was the Berwick advantage. And then the Bulldogs took advantage of a 17-yard punt by Hanover area. Took over at the 35-yard line. In 2 plays, they were in the end zone. A 14-yard run by Brady Cleaver. 21-yard touchdown run by Ty Wilkerson. Caleb Yost with the extra point. 28-6 Bulldogs. Then later, Gavin Galusha, a 14-yard punt return, set him up in Hanover area territory. 16th, 35-6, and then a terrific drive by this young Hanover area team to close out the half. 9 plays, 83 yards, the touchdown, a 12-yard strike from Logan Richardson to Connor Richardson with 6 seconds remaining. The run for the extra point failed, but that makes our halftime score Berwick 35 and Hanover area 12. Stay with us. We'll have scores with Chris Algard. We'll have stats with Andy Lickney when we return. Bulldogs football and Pop Radio.
Planning for the future doesn't have to be complicated. Attorney Nick Lutz of Cardinal Estate Planning in Berwick will guide you every step of the way. Whether it's protecting your assets, setting up a trust, or ensuring your family is cared for, Cardinal Estate Planning provides personalized solutions for you and your family's needs. Call or sign up on their website to attend a free educational workshop that will give you an understanding of the process and peace of mind knowing your legacy is in good hands. Visit them online at cardinalestateplanning.com. Let them help you plan for tomorrow today.
Did you inherit an estate or did you recently buy real estate that needs to be cleaned out? J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Berwick is the easiest and the fastest when it comes to big clean-outs. They'll also clean out your attic, basement, or garage. Wherever you've got junk, call J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling today at 844-GET-JDOG and get your job done the military way with respect, integrity, and trust. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling is proudly veteran-owned and operated.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
For 10 years, Ken Pollock Ford has been proud to serve our neighbors, families, and our community. Celebrate with us during Ford Truck Month with leases on 2025 Ford F-150 SXTs starting at just $4.99 a month. Need tires? Buy 3 select tires, get the 4th for just $1. Ken Pollock Ford is honored to be your Ford President's Award-winning dealer, and we can't wait to serve you for the next 10 years. Ken Pollock Ford, Front Street, Berwick, or KenPollockFord.com, where community and care come standard. See dealer for complete details. Offer expires 9/30/25.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Halftime from Hanover Memorial Stadium with the Bulldogs leading the Hawkeyes of Hanover area 35-6. Stats from that opening half, Andy Lickney.
Berwick had an edge, but it had a much stronger edge prior to the last 2 minutes when Hanover was able to drive and pass the ball downfield and score. Berwick's edge in total yards, 193 yards to Hanover's 107. Hanover has 37 yards on the ground, 70 in the air for their 107. On the ground, Dwayne Downey is a very challenging bat to try to stop. He has a quickness, he has some power. I have him with 13 carries for 51 yards. Brody Richardson plays some fullback, does a lot of blocking, but they've snuck him the ball 3 times for 11 yards on the course of this game. And then his brother, the quarterback, Logan Richardson, he's been sacked. I have him with 3 carries for minus 25 yards, sacked on 3 occasions. In the passing game, he's become 8 of 14. He was struggling early as Berwick just wouldn't let him get passes off, suffering sacks, hurried, throwing passes away, suffering intentional groundings. But then he came on strong in the 2-minute drill and brought his team down to the goal line. Officially 8 of 14 passing, 1 interception, 70 yards in the air. Deacon Eisenbach is his top receiver, 3 catches for 20 yards. Downey, 3 catches for 24 yards. And Connor Richardson, 2 catches, 26 yards. In all, 8 catches, 70 yards in the air, 37 net on the ground, as there were 62 positive rushes and 25 negative because of the sacks. A net of 37 on the ground plus the 70 in the air make it 107 here at halftime for Hanover area. For Berwick, mostly it's the ground game, 18 rushes, 182 yards. Brady Cleaver, 1 of 3 passing, an 11-yard strike, that being to Shiloh Escobar. He caught the 11-yarder. Looking at the running game, of course, it's Ty Wilkerson. He's had a strong first half. 14 carries, 167 yards.
Can I get one more round of applause for the Berwick Area High School marching band?
Rather early in this game. 167 yards for Ty Wilkerson here at halftime. Gavin Galusha, 1 8-yard burst. I have the team with 1 fumbled ball for -9. Some people may give that to Brady Cleaver. I chose to give it to the team as it kind of went between him and Ty Wilkerson before Connor Richardson came flying in from defensive end to fall on it. Brady Cleaver rushing, I have him with 2 rushes for a total of 16 yards. So Berwick with 167 from Ty Wilkerson has a net of 182 on the ground on 18 carries, 11 in the air, 193 is their total in offense compared to the 107, and a lot of that coming toward the end of the half as we see Hanover area getting themselves back into the football game, Jim.
Yeah, they have some talent, and Berwick needs to just keep scoring in this game because there's a lot of weapons on this team. Berwick, as we figured, has the edge at the line of scrimmage. They've been dominant.
They do. Yeah, not just that they're bigger, but their weight room's strong. They play with an aggressiveness that you don't normally see. And I think defensively, the scheming's been very good. They know this team likes to run, so they're blitzing to fill all the gaps at the line of scrimmage. And then if it's not a blitz and it turns into pass, well, they just keep on going toward the quarterback. We've seen 3 sacks because of that. So a good defensive scheme with dominant line play and good offensive line blocking. And, of course, credit the fullbacks, the defense or the offensive ends, and everyone else who's adding into that power running game.
We've had a game full of scoring in one half. It's Berwick 35 and Hanover area 12. For an update on other scores, let's go to Chris Algard.
Thanks, Jim. Taking a look around the scores around the area. Wyoming area leading Tunkhannock 35-0 that game in the second, who Berwick will see next week at Crispin Field. Crestwood ahead of Nanticoke 51-7 at the half. Dallas in front of Pittston area 14-7. That game also at the half. 25-19 lead for Wyoming Valley West over Hazelton area. That game in the second. Lackawanna Trail in front of Mid-Valley 15-7. That game just beginning in the third. Scranton Prep ahead of Scranton 35-7. That game in the third. Valley View beating Honesdale 28-8 in the third. Wilkes-Barre area leads West Scranton 23-0. That game in the second. Loyal Sock ahead of Bloomsburg 13-3. That game at the half. Southern Columbia with a big lead 48-0 over Central Columbia. That game in the second. Milton with a 10-7 lead over Danville. That game in the third. Jersey Shore 14, Shikellamy 7. That game in the second. Warrior Run with a 21-8 lead over Lewisburg. That game in the third. Hollidaysburg a 28-14 lead over Mifflinburg. That game at the half. Montoursville ahead of Mount Carmel 14-0 at the half. Selinsgrove with a 13-9 lead over Williamsport. That game just getting going in the third. And Shamokin with a 28-0 lead over Central Mountain. That game at the half. That's your out-of-town scoreboard. Back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Chris. And, of course, Shamokin trying to stay unbeaten in that game. Here it's 35-12 Berwick. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We've all been there, faced with a physical setback. Whether you've suffered a sports injury that takes you out of the game, or your aches and pains are keeping you from doing what you love, we all want the same thing, to get your life back. Thankfully, you can trust the region's only nationally ranked orthopedic team to help get you there. At Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, we turn setbacks into comebacks, one movement at a time. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Just a couple minutes before the kickoff to start the second half here at Hanover Memorial Stadium. Berwick leading at 35-12. We had a lot of scoring in that half. Should point out that a terrific kick return by Caleb May at the end of the half. In fact, there was just 6 seconds remaining when he took the kickoff and got it near midfield. Well, Chance Hall, the terrific place kicker for Hanover area, was involved in the tackle, and he came up lame and was being helped off the field. So we'll have to see whether he can go. He's a big part of Hanover area's offensive success, just a terrific place kicker. Coming in this game, he had field goals of 42 and 44 yards. In the first half of this one, he had field goals of 33 and 34. He kicks it consistently into the end zone. We saw him in pregame warm-ups hitting it from 50 yards and beyond. So that will be a big loss for Hanover area if they don't have Chance Hall in this second half.
Most certainly, Jim. In fact, I was surprised even by the score that they went for 2 at the end of the half. You know, sometimes you play it like, what do you need? What do you need to catch up? I'd go with that automatic kicker and take that point, and then, just see where the game develops in the second half. It looks like Chance Hall is going to work his way out, Jim, and spot the ball, so that's good fortune for the Hanover Hawkeyes.
Yeah, after my premature talk of his demise, he'll probably kick it in the end zone again. And Berwick's going to move from left to our right.
Welcome, fans, at the start of our third
as
quarter.
Gavin Galusha
The Bulldogs ahead
and
35-12
Caleb
to our hometown
May
Hawks. Back
are deep for the
Berwick.
Bulldogs.
Galusha
And Chance
May.
Hall,
And kicking
terrific
off for the
kicker
Hawks is Chance Hall.
for Hanover area, will kick it away. 35-12 is the Berwick lead. As Bulldogs try to become the first Berwick team since 2019 to start a season at 5-0 and set up a battle of unbeatens next Friday against Wyoming area. Hall approaches. Kick is a low line drive kick, goes over Escobar and is taken on the bounce at the 9-yard line by Caleb May. To the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. The 45 over midfield, down that far sideline. Caleb May in a foot race. Caleb May is in for the touchdown. Caleb May goes the distance. He went the same direction he did on the last play of the first half. This time he takes it all the way. But it's coming back.
Oh, boy. I thought there was a great block by number 4, Sawyer Keller, right around the 30-yard line. He squared up. He was not the block in the back, but he was the one that then set it off for the next 70 yards. Beautiful return by Caleb May. I didn't see the hold. Doesn't mean it wasn't there. I'm sure it was if they're throwing the flag. But Sawyer Keller had a critical block to open up that picture-perfect return that we just saw.
Well, Berwick's offense, of course, led by Ty Wilkerson, is prolific. But it looks like their special teams is pretty prolific in their own right.
Well, you have that speed, Jim. And he was able to break free. Then around the 20-yard line, he had to kick away from 2 tacklers. It seemed like each was going to grab a different ankle, but he kicked away from both of those, picked up the block that was thrown by Sawyer Keller, and then off to the races and made the last man lose the angle that he had on him.
Well,
terrible field position, though, after he marched this off.
Yeah, and I wish they would.
They're a little slow.
Boy, really slow. They finally do mark it at the 10-yard line. So that's where Berwick will put it in play for their first snap of this second half, leading Hanover area by a score of 35-12. Ty Wilkerson will take the snap out of the Wildcat. And off the left side, he has some running room. And he breaks to the middle, to the 30, the 35, the 40, over midfield, down the sideline. He will go the distance. We check the field for flags. There are none. And it's a 90-yard touchdown run by Ty Wilkerson.
Touchdown
Making 257 yards on the game after that 90-yard run, and just beautiful. A unique formation, Jim. I don't know if you could even see it. There was trips on the right. Kind of as 3 wings were there. When they snapped the ball, all 3 wings pulled to the left, kind of in a counter tray action, using the wing backs to kick out. They kicked out, created the seam, a big hole there, and then he just outran the secondary.
What a start to the second half. Long kick return, touchdown by Caleb May, called back. 90-yard run by Ty Wilkerson. Extra point by Caleb Yost is through. Timeout on the field with a score.
With 11:31 to play, it's Berwick 47.
47
12.
And
41.
Hanover area 12. You're listening to Bulldogs Football and Pop Radio.
Looking for convenient and reliable waste disposal? If you need residential, curbside pickup, or dumpster rentals, EcoFirst Logistics full-service trash service has you covered from Bloomsburg to Hazleton and surrounding areas. They're designed to make waste disposal easy, hassle-free, and eco-friendly, ensuring what can be saved is sorted out. EcoFirst Logistics also offers roll-off dumpsters for all your construction, demolition, and junk hauling needs. Visit them online or call EcoFirst Logistics, a proud supporter of the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Career-long 90-yard touchdown run by Ty Wilkerson on Berwick's first play from scrimmage in the second half after a kick return touchdown by Caleb May was called back by penalty. Berwick has extended their lead to 42-12 over Wyoming area. We're just underway here in the third.
Caleb Yost kicking from the left hash this time. 6 of 6 on PATs in this game for him, Jim.
Tejada, the lone player deep for Hanover area. And he will get an opportunity as he circles under a kick back at the 12-yard line. To the 15, this time great coverage by Berwick. And he is going to be getting tackled at the 25-yard line.
Blake Gensel has been coming down, and he has to play contained here on this near side. So when Angel Tejada takes it over on the right side and he bends it to the left, he's going to try to sweep it and create a lane. But Blake Gensel will not give him the outside, turns him back in, is able to help on the tackle.
The ball at the 25-yard line. So Hanover area, which ended the first half with a terrific long scoring drive of 83 yards, will try to pick up where they left off in their first snap of the second half from their own 25.
They were doing it with some quick passing. Get the ball in shotgun and throw. Showing standard eye now, though.
Eisenbach wide to the right side. Caleb May on him. Berwick showing blitz. They come up the middle. Dwayne Downey is down after a very short gain on the play. Everett Snyder coming on the blitz.
Yeah, he did. He came through on the far side in the A gap, and the ball was going opposite, but he had such good penetration. He turned and followed the runner, grabbed a hold of the jersey, slowed him down, and a host of people tackled him. Just a 1-yard gain, but I agree, Everett Snyder playing really well as a blitzing inside linebacker.
Snyder, 5'11", 220-pound senior, tied for second in tackles coming into the game with 27. Here's a second down and 8. Hawkeyes at their 27 as they move from our right to our left in this third quarter. Movement both ways. Let's see which way it goes.
Berwick certainly pointed like a lineman drew them off. We'll have to see. May take a while to see, Jim.
It will go against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, encroachment against the Bulldogs.
I think it was one of those where the quarterback barked the signals because about 4 or 5 Berwick players went. Penalty. That means they're normally going on, a certain cadence and a certain 32. Sound, like set hut. And when you do that all the time and then you finally vary it, it can draw the defense off sides.
2nd and 3, Hawkeyes at their 32. Logan Richardson takes the shotgun snap, fires a quick out to the far side, has Dewan Downey, and he looks for the first down yardage. Comes up short.
Caleb May saw it, came up and was being blocked, but he threw his body, reached out with an arm, caught the toe, and tripped Dwayne Downey up just short of the chains.
You're marking that at the 34.
Dowin Downey,
right.
Not Dwayne.
Right. The younger brother.
I would have different names. They're too close in my mind.
There are, according to head coach Eric Richardson, 7 brother combinations on this team. 3rd down and 1. Hawkeyes from their 34. High formation. Call straight ahead to the fullback, Brody Richardson.
I don't know. They got penetration. They like to go to Brody Richardson as their power back. He's the fullback, but they're not moving that yard marker on 4th down, 3rd down, Jim. And does Hanover decide to go on 4th down, or will a punter come out? I think we're going to see a 4th down try. It didn't happen for Brody Richardson on the fullback quick hitter as Berwick was inside very quickly.
4th down and 1. Hawkeyes at their own 34-yard line. Brody Richardson is the fullback. Ahead of Dwayne Downey in the eye. Call goes to Dwayne Downey off the right side. It's enough of a surge. I think he's got the first down.
I think he does. Cody Richardson got a very quick start out of his stance. I actually thought he baked the cadence, but no flag. He went off the right side over right tackle. Dwayne Downey followed him, and there was enough of a push for him to get that yard that he needed.
They marked it at the 37, so he picked up 3 on the play. And a first down for the Hawkeyes. Deacon Eisenbach wide right. Connor Richardson, who caught the touchdown pass, is wide left. Logan Richardson back to throw, fires quickly, and it goes off the hands of Deacon Eisenbach, incomplete.
Richardson's pass
Yeah,
to Eisenbach
real
is
nice
incomplete.
coverage by Caleb May on the outside,
2nd and 10
Jim.
for the
He was
Hawks,
behind, but as the ball came high and the man slanting, he was able to reach over without interfering and punch the ball down so that Deacon Eisenbach could not catch it, even though he had inside position.
2nd down and 10. Hanover area with the ball at their own 37-yard line. We're in the third quarter, 8:07 to go. Berwick leading 42-12. High formation behind Logan Richardson, who's under center and drops straight back and fires quickly. Diving attempt incomplete. Trying to hit Connor Richardson about the 47.
Yeah, the brother combination just couldn't collect. They wanted to have Connor, who's far on the left, being isolated on Brady Cleaver. Just run inside, run the slant and try to get 7 yards, have the inside position, deliver it. Close, but they could not finish the execution of that play.
3rd down and 10. Hanover area at their own 37-yard line. So center Matt Curry over the football there. Wide receiver to either side. Logan Richardson under center with an I formation behind him. Gives the ball to Dwayne Downey, and Downey will go nowhere. Berwick with great penetration. He will lose yardage on the play.
Gavin Galusha, I've been mentioning that they're blitzing almost every play as run blitzes to fill all the gaps. Gavin Galusha meets him at the line of scrimmage, if not on the
36.
Hanover side of the line of scrimmage, and really puts a shocking hit on him.
They mark it close to the 38, so they give him a yard. It's 4th and 9 now for the Hawkeyes at their own 38. They've not punted effectively. It's 2 17-yard punts in this game, so they are going for it in their own territory on 4th and 9. I formation. Now after a shift, Brody Richardson is the lone running back. 3 receivers to the right. Logan Richardson rolls to his right, stops, fires downfield into traffic. The ball is almost intercepted. It goes incomplete.
Right into Caleb May's hands, but he wasn't expecting the ball to be coming. He's following a receiver, and when he turns to look for the quarterback and the ball, there it is in his chest, bouncing away. Berwick will take over on downs.
At the 38-yard line of Hanover area. Bulldogs a score away from this, making this a mercy rule thing.
You know, Jim, it's hard to punt the ball when you know Berwick with Ty Wilkerson can go 90 yards on any one snap. Does it matter if you're down on the other 10 or if you're just, 30 or 40 yards away? Why punt?
Wilkerson is in a slot to the left side. Doesn't come in motion. Cleaver instead goes to the air, and it's incomplete. The ball dropped by the tight end Gabe Decker at about the 35-yard line.
Ball's thrown a little high, has to reach above his helmet to get it, and as he's ready to pull it down, he's being hit in the back. So a challenging catch, but Gabe Decker's one of those superior athletes. You kind of expect him to hold on to that.
2nd down and 10. Berwick at the Hanover area 37-yard line. Ty Wilkerson in a slot to the right side. Cleaver out of the gun. Let's see if they bring Wilkerson in motion. Nope. They're going to pass the ball to the left side. Has a completion. And a second and third efforts all the way down the field into the end zone. We have a touchdown for Shiloh Escobar. 37 yards. Great effort by Escobar.
It really was. It was a quick pass. He's one of Twins receivers on the left. They have the same formation opposite, so everyone's spread out. He runs downfield and about 7 yards, just hooks up, turns, and makes a catch. Easy pass for Brady Cleaver, hits him right at the number. Then he gets it, and he spins away, uses the other receiver for some interference, and then uses his speed to take it all the way to the end zone after escaping one potential tackler.
Caleb Yost will attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Ashton Smith, the kick is up. And the kick is good. Yost remains perfect on the night. 6:55 to go in the third. Berwick 49. Hanover area 12. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit @Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
W234BH West Hazelton at 94.7, WVWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Southern Mountains media station. WHLN Bloomsburg.
Junior Shiloh Escobar had only one catch coming in this game, but Shiloh, a couple of catches in this one, including the latest, a 37-yard touchdown, short pass, and he did the rest. And Berwick extends their lead to 49-12 as the kick fielded by Tejada down the 6-yard line to the 10, to the 15, and to the 20, and Tejada is brought down about the 25-yard line.
Brett Eisenhower, first man on him as he turned it up the middle. Again, Berwick keeping their lanes very well and then making good short tackles on that very dangerous freshman punt returner.
So the Hawkeyes will get the football, and we will be in the mercy rule mode for the rest of this game. As Berwick has put a big number on the board. Their point total last week, Hazelton area, was their tops on the season with 48, but we've got 49 on there, and we've got a long way to go. Still in the third quarter as the Hawkeyes take over at their 25-yard line. High formation, back to throw. Logan Richardson rolls right, looking, got some running room, and then is belted out of bounds across the way.
Yeah, Gavin Galusha stayed with him. He was not blitzing that time, so as the quarterback rolled to the right, he rolled along with him, preventing the run. Quarterback looked like he wanted to turn up, saw that he couldn't, saw that he had no receivers open, and eventually pushed out of bounds by Gavin Galusha.
Oh, lose a yard on the play.
From the 24.
So 2nd and 11. Again, even though he's out of bounds, the clock continues to run because we are in the mercy rule.
And losing a yard, and officially it's yet another sack. I have that as the 4th sack by Berwick, and I may not have counted them all.
Slot to the left side. Logan Richardson, sophomore quarterback, under center. Gives the ball to Dwayne Downey, and he's wrapped up. Ashton Smith, the first one there, and then got help from 2 or 3 other Bulldogs who run to the football. And 3rd and long upcoming.
Carry for no gain.
They wanted to run Dwayne Downey up inside over the left tackle.
It'll be 3rd and 11
Ashton
Hawks.
Smith playing defensive end on the right side, sees it, squeezes down, wraps his arms around, and gives no ground.
3rd down and 11 for Hanover area, back at their 23-yard line. So we're going down toward the 5-minute mark remaining in this third quarter. Berwick has dominated the quarterback this quarter and put it into the mercy rule.
They brought a man from the sideline right to tight end. Didn't go into huddle. I don't know if that's legal.
3 receivers to the right side. Back to throws Richardson, and he is going to be sacked.
J.J. Leonard.
J.J. Leonard coming hard. No chance for Logan Richardson.
And I think he's the man slow getting up. He just defeated his block, gave a little swing move, and kind of came untouched. It wasn't the hardest of hits that we've seen, but this last sack seems to bring the quarterback down, and we'll have a stoppage.
I don't get a vote on the all-state team, but if I did, we're halfway through the season, I realize, not quite halfway through, but J.J. Leonard, it's hard to fathom a lineman playing better than him.
Well, you really see it stand out here defensively where people have to try to stop him and they just can't. Every time it's been man on man, he's been defeating people, and even when it's double team or whatever, he's a real difference maker, and he makes these highlight film type plays and hits. Offensively, I'm sure we'd have to watch the film to watch closely, but with the type of numbers Ty Wilkerson's putting up, a guy like J.J. Leonard normally at the point of attack has to be doing a devastating job there as well.
Now, Logan Richardson's going off. It looks like more than a cramp because he's being helped as he walks slowly to the sideline. It'll be 4th and long for Hanover area after the sack by J.J. Leonard back at the Hawkeyes 15-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be a punting situation for Chance Hall, and he's struggled on the punts. Outstanding on place kicking and kickoffs. We'll have to see what happens at quarterback next time the Hanover offense takes the field.
Line of the Hawkeyes. Connor Richardson does the long snapping. Brady Cleaver back in single safety for the Bulldogs. Hall's away. This is going to be a penalty. Ashton Smith came in and made contact with the kicker.
There's a penalty on the play.
It was going to be Berwick's football at the 40-yard line, but the flag will bring it closer. I'm not sure if that's an automatic first down.
I don't know. Yeah, I wish I knew because
if it isn't, they don't.
They needed about 22 yards. But it might be an automatic first down on the personal foul. Yeah, Ashton Smith plays so hard that you don't want to take any of that energy away from him, but came a little too hard with the kicker there lined up.
Roughing the kicker against the Bulldogs.
So there is the signal and the walk-off.
It'll be an automatic first down for the Hawks.
Out at the 30-yard line. Now Logan Richardson was the quarterback, and he came off with help. So we'll see what they do from that position as they take over at their own 30-yard line with 4 minutes to go in this third quarter, and Berwick with the big lead at 49-12. So we'll see.
Number 13 is quarterbacking, Gregory McCoy, Jim.
So McCoy gives the ball off to Dwayne Downey, tries to get outside left and does so, and is ridden out of bounds at about the 40, and 15 yards will be tacked on as the Berwick tacklers kept going into the sideline. So we'll give Downey about 10 on the play, and then tack on 15 more.
Ashton Smith again at right defensive end. Kind of went for the juke inside. Crashed in a little too much and lost contain. Dwayne Downey then got outside. I think some frustration after that when he makes the nice soft corner and runs downfield.
So give 11 yards on the carry and then add 15 onto that. So the Hawkeyes have been the recipients of a couple of penalties on this
It'll be out at the down
possession.
10-yard run, 15-yard penalty.
Gregory McCoy is a ninth grader, 5'7", 175-pounder. He is the quarterback now, with Logan Richardson on the sideline with the injury.
44.
The penalty takes it to the Berwick 43-yard line.
Watched him warming up in the pregame, Jim. Not a bad arm, but yeah, you need an arm under these circumstances with the pressure coming.
I formation behind the freshman. He gives straight a yard offensive backer position.
I think what happens when you bring a freshman quarterback in who probably hasn't taken any varsity snaps,
for the Hawks.
Your playbook becomes very, very limited. You go with some easy handoffs and you hope that the people can run.
From the 42.
Didn't expect to see them try to pound.
Draven Geiger replaces him on the defensive front for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 9. Hawkeyes for their 42-yard line. I formation. Dwayne Downey gets the call. Tries the right side. Matt Gordner is there right away.
Yeah, it was stopped up at the point of attack, and Gordner had to come from opposite the side of the center. It's a little slow in getting up, but he will because he was a big part of that tackle.
Nico Lonsinski checks in defensively for Berwick. Connor Roberts checks in, as it will be 3rd down for Hanover area at the 43-yard line of Berwick will call 3rd and 10.
Write Gregory McCoy's name down for my passing stats, because if he's ever going to pass, this should be the chance.
We're under 2 minutes remaining in the third. Hawkeyes in Bulldog territory at the 43. McCoy, under center, has the snap. Straight drop back to throw. Big pass rush. He'll be sacked back at midfield. Draven Geiger's there. Nico Lazinski's there. Berwick continues to have relentless pressure on the passer.
Yes, they do. Nico Lazinski really came in through hard. Had to reach over a man and tackle McCoy rather high, but able to do so.
4th down from midfield. Looks like they might go for it. Even though it's long to go, it's a good spot in the field at midfield. Wyoming area 42-0 over Tunkhannock. That is a final. So the Warriors will come in unbeaten to Crispin Field next Friday. Here's 4th and long. Hawkeyes from midfield. McCoy back to throw. Has some time. Going long down the far sideline. It's read well, but it's caught and goes in for a touchdown. Berwick just misplayed the ball completely. They had it covered, and Deacon Eisenbach catches the ball and goes for a 50-yard touchdown.
They had a man underneath and a man deep. It was Shiloh Escobar deep, and he's just waiting for the ball. He's going to cringe when he sees that film.
There is a flag down at midfield. Earl Harris says unsportsmanlike on Berwick. Unsportsmanlike on Hanover area.
Both ways. Does the ball come back?
Touchdown.
So it must have been after the play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, Shiloh Escobar saw it all the way, played it like a center fielder, waited for it to come down.
The touchdown
but instead, Deacon Eisenbach was running through, caught it, took it out of him, and ran with it. So, yeah, it's one of those films you just don't want to see. Guys are going to point at you and say, what were you thinking? A bit of a defensive flub, but if you're ever going to have one, have them in the game with a lopsided score.
Yeah, that was an interception waiting to happen.
Oh.
And Chance Hall will try to kick this extra point.
Chance Hall will attempt the point after.
Boy, we've got a slow-moving crew. Just really slow.
How long was the touchdown,
50.
Jim? 50? Wow. How about that probably for the first throw ever by Gregory McCoy?
Yeah, he's got to be thrilled.
Yeah. Of course, he threw it into coverage.
And the paper looked like a strike.
Cut that one out and frame it.
So Chance Hall, after the conversation with the officials, kick is up.
Chance's kick is good.
And the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 55 seconds remaining in this third. Berwick 49 and Hanover area 19. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
5 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
No quit this Hanover area team. They are behind by a large margin. And their starting quarterback is out with an injury.
The Hawkeyes will be Chance Hall.
But they get a 50-yard touchdown pass from Gregory McCoy to Deacon Eisenbach. Chance Hall with the extra point. 49-19 is the Berwick lead. Still 55 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Gregory McCoy, another freshman that's getting a lot of action here, and he'll get a lot of action from here through the end of this one as he's filling in for the injured quarterback.
Well, the last two kick returns by Caleb May were electrifying. One on the last play of the first half out near midfield, the other all the way for a touchdown. It was called back with a penalty. So May and Galusha are deep. Chance Hall has gotten it into the end zone several times. This kick, though, will be fielded by Caleb May up the middle to 7, to the far side to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45. Caleb May's over midfield, down the sideline, 40, breaks the tackle, 30. Caleb May is going to go in for a Berwick touchdown.
And no flags. And no flags.
For another Bulldogs
Took it at
score.
the 7, as you said, Jim, so give him a 93-yard touchdown. And the one that was taken away from him, every bit as long and beautiful. Started up the left side, able to find the seam, broke toward the left hash, split a couple tacklers in there, then broke toward midfield, then to the right hash, and then to kind of lose the angles that anyone may have, worked his way back to midfield using the speed that Caleb May possesses for the touchdown run.
And some terrific vision before he turned on the speed.
And early blocks as well to open it up and give him the seams where he could really make that final burst.
Berwick late getting a player on for this extra point attempt. Now he's there. And Ashton Smith awaits the snap of Gabe Decker. Snap is high, placement's there, kick is up, and the kick is good.
8 of 8
is good.
Timeout on the field. 37 seconds remaining in the third. Berwick, 56.
Bulldogs 56.
And Hanover Area 19. You're listening to Bulldogs football and Pop Radio.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Berwick senior Caleb May with an electrifying 93-yard kick return for a touchdown, extending Berwick's lead to 56-19. 8 for 8 at extra points by Caleb Yost. We have 37.5 seconds remaining still in this third quarter. As Yost will kick it off. Angel Tejada,
for the Bulldogs will be Yost,
who had a 75-yard kick return of his own,
Hawks,
deep for the Hawkeyes.
and Downey.
Yost approaches the ball, and the kick goes out of bounds on the far side. So good field position coming for the Hawkeyes. Berwick with that huge lead.
The kick goes out of bounds.
And Hawkeyes will have it at their own 35-yard line. 56
It'll be first
to
and 10
19
Hawks
Berwick.
From the 35.
Bulldogs have put it into the mercy rule mode as Hawkeyes will get it. Again, Logan Richardson, their sophomore starting quarterback, out with an injury. So we believe McCoy will stay in there as the quarterback. Yes, he's coming, trotting on.
Yeah, talking with the coach, getting the play that they want, getting a little reassurance as to what they want to do. Probably still would like to keep this on the ground, establish something there. That pass that he did throw for a 50-yard touchdown and brought cheers to the crowd. Very well should have been intercepted.
From the 35-yard line, Gregory McCoy, ninth grader, at the quarterback controls. Gives the ball off to the tailback and a gain of just a yard off the right side to the 36-yard line.
Evan Roth is number 16. We've seen him a little bit in specialty team play. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And that is the end of the third quarter play with the score. Berwick 56 and Hanover Area 19. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We start the fourth quarter of play. Berwick with a 56-19 lead over Hanover area. Hawkeyes have the football. They'll be moving from our left to our right.
As we start the fourth quarter,
in this
it'll be second and long.
Fourth quarter, second and 10.
35.
Hawkeyes at the 35. And C.J. Curry has gone to the bench. A lot of subs in for Berwick now on this second down and 10. McCoy gives it off to Rott. Ashton Smith and Connor Roberts combine on the tackle after a short gain out to the 37-yard line.
Ashton Smith still keeping his aggressiveness up from defensive end, making the hit.
Mark at the 38. Let's call third and 7 for the Hawkeyes at their own 38-yard line.
3rd and 8 Hawkeyes.
We mentioned Berwick
from their own 37.
Playing Wyoming area next Friday. Hawkeyes will be on the road at Tunkhannock, hoping that the injury to Logan Richardson isn't something that will keep him out.
Long time in the huddle, but they reset the 25-second clock.
So Hawkeyes at their 38-yard line. Third down call coming.
Is Henry Snyder.
Is there. Number 68, Jackson Reeder. By the way, that 93-yard kick return for a touchdown by Caleb May, second longest in school history. Brandon Welsh had a 95-yard return back in 2009. But May a fourth down call for the Hawkeyes from their 38-yard line. McCoy back to
and the corner cheated in that direction instead of watching where the ball went. And
And again, not a thing of beauty by McCoy, but his numbers are going to look good.
He'll be averaging about 40 yards a throw. Yeah.
They have it at the Berwick 31-yard line. Clock running in this mercy rule mode. We're down to 8:30 to go in this one.
Taking a lot of time between plays, and I think they're giving a lot of time until they spot it for the 25-second clock as well.
High formation. McCoy gives it straight ahead to the fullback. That's number 5, Tajir Collins. He is a junior.
Tajir Collins up the middle for a short
second
gain.
carry of the year. He'll get a yard or 2 only on that bust.
Now, mark it back to the 31, so we'll call it second down and 10.
The 2nd and 10 for the Hawks from the 31.
An official took his yard away.
Yeah, wouldn't give him forward progress by the way I saw it, but Berwick closing in quickly on him. They saw the fullback read rather easily on the dive up the middle.
2nd and 10, Hawkeyes at the Berwick 31-yard line. Final score, the only thing not decided here is Berwick with that huge lead. Slot to the right side. McCoy under center. I formation behind him. Second down call. Goes to the tailback. Connor Roberts wraps him up after a short gain to the 29-yard line.
Evan Rapp found a little bit of a seam. Connor Roberts had to catch him by the waist to try to pull him back.
Tackled by Connor Roberts.
And he hit the hole very nicely.
Third
and it seems like they're getting a little more yardage, but they're only going to give him 2 on that.
3rd down and 8 for Hanover area at the Berwick 29-yard line. So the stage being set for one of the biggest regular season games in recent history for the Bulldogs. It'll be a battle of unbeaten next Friday. Looking at the power rankings this week in District 2 AAA, Berwick was first with just a couple of points edge over Wyoming area. So a lot riding on that one with postseason implications. Here it is, 3rd down. Hawkeyes. McCoy back to throw, looking. Here comes the pass rush. He's going to run with it. Has a little bit of running room to the 25, to the 20, and then McCoy is buried about the 17-yard line, so he will pick up the first down on the scramble.
Yes, he will. Made a nice decision. Semi-roll to the right, turning into a big roll and then run. As he was able to get himself down, saw where the chains were as he gets that marker.
So they're going to mark it at the 17, so make it a 12-yard run by McCoy and a first down for Hanover area. And Andy, now that it looks like the night's done for Ty Wilkerson, his final numbers.
Let's give a look. I have 257 yards, Jim, and that's with just the 1 carry in the second half. 257.
Amazing
on
numbers.
15 carries overall.
From the 17. First down, Hawkeyes. Give us the route up the middle, and Berwick stuffs it. No gain on the play.
Connor Roberts sticking his nose in there from his linebacker position and then being squeezed by the defensive lineman on each side.
Well, as I said to C.J. Curry on the his show prior to our pregame, I hope we never take 200-yard performances for granted because they're so rare, except for Ty Wilkerson. And then they're just a regular occurrence.
Yeah. He has that combination of good vision, good toughness getting through the holes and breaking tackles, refusing to go down, and then the speed once he hits the open field. It's a combination few people have.
Second down call coming from the Berwick 17-yard line. Wide receiver to either side. I formation. McCoy, toss sweep to Rob, tries the left side, cuts it inside, and he'll get down to about the 13-yard line. Pick up about 4 on the play with third down coming.
Nice hustle by Brett Eisenhower is in there at a linebacker, Jim. He really worked his way over quickly from the opposite side of the field
tackle by
to make that
Eisenhower
play.
on Berwick.
So
3rd and 6 Hawks.
Third down and
From
6
about the 13.
at the Berwick 13-yard line. Checking in to the offense, Christopher Wright, sophomore for the Hawkeyes. A lot of freshmen and sophomores on this roster. Wright will be one of the wide receivers to the right. I formation, McCoy under center. 3rd and 6 from the Berwick 13. McCoy As the snap gives to Rott, hit behind the line, stood up, and then Connor Roberts finishes him off.
Lineman collided with him at the point of attack. They bounced off of that. And then Roberts catches him as he tries to bounce away.
4th and 9. 4th and 8.
It'll be 4th and 9 after this injury timeout. We'll take one as well. With 3:02 to go in the game, 56-19 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of year when it gets chillier every day. Is your vehicle ready? Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick winterize your car and ensure your precious cargo stays safe. They have a great selection of brand name tires, and you can save 25% on mounting and balancing when you buy a set of 4. MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day. Schedule an appointment now at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com with Saturdays now available. Saving you money every step of the way. MasterTech Auto Services in Berwick.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Thousands of picks from tonight's game.
Jim Doyle, Andy Lichty, and Chris Algard from
Glassy Printing can do it because they
Hanover area, Memorial Stadium.
With around-the-clock online store, competitive
We have
pricing,
3 minutes and 2
hometown
seconds
personal
to go in the game. Injury
Glassy
timeout
Printing can
continuing
handle
on the
all
field.
your
Berwick with a
printing needs.
56-19 advantage as the injured player is on his feet. It's Evan Rott who's been doing a bulk of the ball carrying with the second unit. 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. Walking off with some help. The ball at the Berwick 15-yard line. 4th down and 8 coming for Hanover area. They have put 19 points on the board against a Berwick defense that given up only 6.2 coming into this game.
Clock is moving, Jim. Once they got the player off the field, they resumed it.
So, on the 4th down, McCoy will operate out of the gun. Raven goes to his right. And McCoy will take it himself up the middle, and he will be dragged down short of the first down yardage.
Henry Snyder colliding with him, grabbing his jersey and not letting him go, not letting him get to the chains. Good defensive play. Henry.
13-yard line, that's where the Bulldogs will put it in play. Chance to put this one away with 2:38 remaining in the game. C.J. Curry surrounds his second unit offense trying to get things organized. We saw in the Hazelton area game last week, he kept Brady Cleaver in a quarterback, and Brady was keeping things organized.
Yeah, good field general, has a good command of the team and in the huddle. Watches the clock, lets things run down when that's what it is you want to do. They tend to go a little vanilla with the big-time lead. They don't want to embarrass the opposition, show them up in any way.
And will it be Ashton Smith at the quarterback controls?
Yes, it will. Trying to see who the tailback is way back there.
From the 13. First down carry. Is it Santiago who saw a lot of action late in the game? Jojo Santiago with the carry straight ahead will pick up a yard on the play.
Yeah, again, vanilla. Ashton Smith will control things very well. He has a leadership to him with his years of experience.
2nd and 10 Bulldogs.
Solid quarterback, getting a few extra snaps in case he's ever needed at that position. And they get to Jojo Santiago pretty much straight up the middle, about as vanilla play as you can get.
They give him a yard to the 14-yard line, 2nd down and 9. Again, next Friday night, undefeated Wyoming area at undefeated Berwick at Crispin Field. And a lot riding on that one. You know, those power rankings, if you end up first at the end of the regular season, that means you're staying at home, possibly for 3 games. So all the district games we played on home sites of the higher seed. As Santiago gets the call off the right side, he is
horse-collared on down by Sam
Santiago
Matthews.
On the carry, tackled by Matthews before the Hawks.
Coming on down. A little trouble with the exchange. Ashton Smith struggled controlling the snap and then struggled in getting the handoff. So not smooth, but when he handed it to Jojo Santiago, he had a real nice sprint and accelerated wide. But as we mentioned, a good tackle out there to bring him down.
3rd and 9 from the 14-yard line. Stay with us for our post-game show. Andy will have all the stats of this one, and Chris Algard will bring us updated on the high school football scoreboard as the regular season reaches the halfway mark with tonight's games. Probably the last snap of this game coming. From the Berwick 14-yard line, Ashton Smith has his eye on that play clock. As he gets under center. Stoppage.
Heard a whistle, but there's no reason for one. They're going to reset the play clock and maybe make it where he doesn't have to take the snap.
Looks like that's the thing. Under 10. And that will make it official as the final score is Berwick 56, Hanover area 19. We'll have the scoring, the stats, and scores of other games. Stay with us. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Berwick State Farm agents, Sean Black at InsureBerwick.com and Lori Powell at LoriPowell.net.
Got that Berwick Bulldog spirit? Go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
Ready to tackle your financial goals? First Keystone Community Bank invites you to play smart with your savings. Lock in a 182-day CD at 4.50% APY annual percentage yield to enjoy the winning combination of security, high interest, and short-term convenience. Go for the goal with the First Keystone Community Bank CD. For more information, visit fkc.bank. Minimum balance to earn APY is $5,000. Terms apply. Member FDIC.
When the weather turns cold, you need reliability to keep your home and family warm. Chapin Oil in Nescapec has been the local choice for reliable home heating oil delivery and maintaining the tried and true service you've come to know only at Chapin Oil. Stay warm, stay local, and stay with the name you can trust. Chapin Oil, Nescapec. Call today to set up your delivery. Chapin Oil proudly supports the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Berwick football team gathered around head coach CJ Curry. Down below us, 2 hour left. Very animated CJ Curry. I'm thinking maybe the name Wyoming area is being thrown around in this post game because that's next up for the Bulldogs, and that will be a big one. Battle of Unbeatens next Friday as Berwick goes to 5-0 for the first time since the 2019 season, winning handily here tonight, 56-19. Hanover area took the opening kickoff, had a nice drive going until Gavin Galusha stepped in front of a Logan Richardson pass for Berwick's first interception of the season. That led to a quick 5-play, 55-yard drive. Brady Cleaver going in from 2 yards out for the touchdown. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick had a 7-0 lead. Later in the first, Brady Cleaver with a 33-yard punt return to the 13-yard line of Hanover area. 2 plays later, Ty Wilkerson went in for the touchdown. Caleb Yost with the extra point. 14-0 Berwick. The Hawkeyes got on the board. A 75-yard kick return by Angel Tejada led to a 34-yard field goal by Chance Hall. Last score of the first quarter, which ended with a 14-3 Berwick advantage. Then Connor Richardson recovered a Berwick fumble at the Bulldogs 14. Berwick's defense was stout. Chance Hall kicked a 33-yard field goal, and Berwick's lead was cut to 14-6, but the Bulldogs answered quickly. 5 plays, 80 yards. Ty Wilkerson from the 2-yard line for the touchdown. He had runs of 36 and 17 along the way. Caleb Yost with the extra point, 21-6 Berwick. Then after a short punt set up Berwick at the 35-yard line of Hanover area, Ty Wilkerson's 21-yard run in the second play in for the score. Caleb Yost with the extra point, 28-6 Berwick. Hanover area would then allow Berwick to get another score. Wilkerson a 25-yard carry after a 14-yard punt return by Gavin Galusha. Caleb Yost with the extra point, 35-6 Bulldogs. And then Hanover area put together a nice drive, maybe the best drive of the game by either team. 9 plays, 83 yards. Connor Richardson, 12-yard touchdown pass from his brother Logan Richardson. The run for the extra point failed. That came with just 6 seconds to go in the third, and Berwick extended their halftime lead to 35-12. The second half started with a kick return touchdown by Caleb May. It was called back. Berwick ended back at their 10-yard line after the penalty, and Ty Wilkerson went 90 yards for his career longest touchdown run. Caleb Yost with the extra point. Berwick led by a score of 42-12. 6:55 remaining in the third. Shiloh Escobar catches a pass from Brady Cleaver, goes 37 yards for the score. Caleb Yost with the extra point. 49-12 was the Berwick lead. 55 seconds to go in the third. Gregory McCoy in the game after an injury to Logan Richardson, the starting quarterback for Hanover area. Threw up a ball that looked like it was going to be intercepted, but Berwick overplayed it. And Deacon Eisenbach caught it, 50 yards for the touchdown. Chance Hall with the extra point, 49-19. And then the last score of the game in spectacular fashion, a 93-yard kick return by Caleb May. As I said, he had one called back to start the third, got it back with a 93-yard score. Caleb Yost perfect on the night, extra points. The final, Berwick 56, Hanover area 19. Stats with Andy Ulickney, scores with Chris Algard. Coming up next, you're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Do you suffer from tired, achy, heavy legs? Are you looking to elevate your performance and style? Discover the perfect fusion of fashion and function at the Compression Shop of Berwick. If you're looking for medical or athletic compression wear, if you're looking to power through your workday, or you're looking to recover post-workout, the Compression Shop has personalized consultations, and most of the products are try before you buy. All military get 10% off every day. The Compression Shop Berwick, West Front Street. Check out their Facebook page.
Got that Berwick Bulldogs Bulldog spirit, go to Papa Lou's Place on Vine Street, 2 blocks from Crispin Field, where the Berwick Bulldogs games are on. And there's live music on the patio after each home game, with drink specials every Friday, and try their famous smash burgers, homemade pierogies, and broadster wings with a variety of homemade sauces. Nobody does Berwick High School football like Papa Lou's Place, where the beer is fresh, the food is amazing, and the service is top-notch. See their Facebook page for details and go to Papa Lou's Place to see what the buzz is about.
In case you haven't noticed, it's that time of year when it gets chillier every day. Is your vehicle ready? Let MasterTech Auto Services of Berwick winterize your car and ensure your precious cargo stays safe. They have a great selection of brand name tires, and you can save 25% on mounting and balancing when you buy a set of 4. MasterTech Auto Services will do their best to get you in and out the same day. Schedule an appointment now at MasterTechAutoBerwick.com with Saturdays now available. Saving you money every step of the way. MasterTech Auto Services in Berwick.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about real estate. It's about community, trust, and finding the right fit for your future. And nobody knows Berwick like Mark Nespoli with eXp Realty. Mark's your neighbor, rooted right in Berwick, with a passion for helping people find their perfect home, which is why he's also a top producing agent nationwide. So when it's time for your next move, choose the agent who knows the Berwick market and the community inside and out. Mark Nespoli, eXp Realty. Visit the570realtor.com or visit @Mark Nespoli on Facebook. Mark Nespoli, Berwick's hometown realtor.
What's worse than being broken down on the side of the road, and who's going to fix it without disrupting your life and cash flow? Since 2023, Wolfie's Automotive, 435 Washington Street, Berwick, has been keeping drivers on the road with the best prices and the shortest lead times. From large and extensive repairs to routine oil changes and even auto detail, they are honest, dependable, and will have you back in business in no time. Wolfie's Automotive in Berwick, the local, trustworthy mechanic. Just see it for yourself.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Bulldogs win it here 56-19. I mentioned that 90-yard touchdown run by Ty Wilkerson being his career best. If you're wondering about the school record, it was a 97-yard run from touchdown by Tony Melchiori back in 1972. 56-19, Bulldogs win it. Stats in tonight's game, Andy Lickney.
Yeah, good lead for the Berwick Bulldogs on the stat sheet. 321 yards in total offense, but they really didn't add much to the total offense in the second half outside of that 90-yard quick score. 201 yards coming on the part of Hanover area. Hanover area, they had 47 net yards rushing, 87 positive, minus 40. The minus 40 comes in 6 sacks. Quarterback Logan Richardson sacked 5 times, minus 38 yards. Gregory McCoy sacked once. He's going to net out at 3 carries for minus 2 for him. Dwayne Downey runs well, 19 carries for the tailback for 67. Brother Darwin Downey didn't really have runs, but he had receptions. Evan Rott, 6 carries for 8 in cleanup duty. Gregory McCoy, the quarterback we mentioned, 3 for minus 2. Brady Richardson, fullback, one of the triplets, he had 5 carries for 12. Passing the ball, the team Hanover was 11 of 19 with the 1 interception for 154. At halftime, Logan Richardson was 8 of 14 for 70. He was 0 for 3 in the second half. Gregory McCoy came in. He had 2 real nice throws, long ones that ended as completions, and he ends up bumping that total up quite a bit to 154 yards for the team in the air. On the receiving end, Deacon Eisenbach, 4 catches for 70. Darwin Downey, 4 for 27. Connor Richardson, 2 for 26, and Elijah Hickerson catches the 31-yarder from Gregory McCoy. 154 in the air, a net of 47 on the ground, 201 for Hanover area. Looking at Berwick, a total of 321 total, 273 on the ground, 48 in the air. It looked like they're going to let Brady Cleaver throw a little bit in the second half, but things got out of hand very, very quickly. He ends up finishing 2 of 5, no interceptions, but 48 yards in the air. Both completions to Shiloh Escobar, 2 for 48, including the 37-yard touchdown grab. On the ground, we have to highlight Ty Wilkerson. He really did do the job. 15 carries, 257 yards on this game. That comes out to 17.8 yards a carry. A lot of long bursts, as you see. On the season, his total now is 99 carries for 1,139 yards. That's 11.5 yards a carry with just about 100 carries in his docket there. So on this game, 15 for 257 for Ty Wilkerson, who saw very little second half action. Gavin Galusha, 1 8-yard tote. Jojo Santiago, 2 for 1 yard. The team minus 9 yards on a fumble. Brady Cleaver, give him 2 for 16 and a touchdown in there. Oddly, Berwick had only 3 running plays in the second half of the game, and it looks like only 2 passing attempts in the second half of the game. So very little that the offense did have to do. 273 on the ground for Berwick, 48 in the air, 321 on the night. And again, another studly performance for Tymir Wilkerson, 259 yards.
56-19, the final here. For an update on other scores, Chris Algarn.
Thanks, Jim. Take a look at this scoreboard here. As you mentioned, Wyoming area defeating Tunkhannock 42-0. They're moving on to 5-0. The Battle of the Unbeatens next week at Berwick at Crispin Field, a 7 p.m. kickoff. Crestwood defeated Nanticoke 58-14. Dallas Pittston area tied at 28-28. That game heading into overtime. A 31-25 lead for Wyoming Valley West over Hazleton area. That game in the fourth. A 49-27 win for Lackawanna Trail over Mid Valley. 42-14 lead in the fourth for Scranton Prep over Scranton. Valley View with a 49-8 win over Honesdale. Wilkes-Barre area, 42-14 win over West Scranton. Bloomsburg, Loyalsock with a 32-23 lead. That game in the fourth. Southern Columbia with a big win, 48-0 over Central Columbia. That game late in the fourth. 28-17 win, Danville over Milton. Jersey Shore defeated Shikellamy 42-14. Warrior Run Lewisburg, a 29-24 win for Warrior Run. Hollidaysburg with a 42-14 win. They're leading in the third quarter over Mifflinburg. Montoursville defeated Mount Carmel 27-0. Williamsport 29-23 lead over Selinsgrove. That game in the fourth. And rounding it out, Shamokin a 35-7 win over Central Mountain to stay unbeaten. That's your out-of-town scoreboard. Back to you, Jim.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. Right here with the loss, Hanover area falls to 2-3. They'll be at Tunkhannock next Friday. For the Bulldogs, they go to